You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It was CeCe Sabathia on the mound in the Bronx yesterday, and when he helped the Yankees log the final out, it was a complete game for him and a much-needed 3-game sweep of the Cleveland Indians. Well, now the Yankees are 2,800 miles away in Seattle, hoping the power they displayed has come along for the ride. It's an extended trip to the West Coast, and the Yankees fans are in tow, and it all begins tonight as the Yankees play the first of 4 games against the Mariners at Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington. Hey, great to have you with us as always, everybody. Bob Lorenz along with Ken Singleton. Now that 3-game sweep, after a little foray into the desert, the Yankees offense made it rain again.
Well, the power was turned on by the Yankees in the series against the Cleveland Indians. Just take a look at it. 5 home runs in 3 games. On Monday, Mark Teixeira's first home run since coming off the disabled list, and he took a lot of passengers. It's a grand slam home run, broke in with style. Then Travis Hafner. Well, he's had power all season long for the Yankees. This one headed for the bleachers in right center field. The Yankees with a couple of home runs on Monday. And then again on Tuesday, Mark Teixeira from the other side of the plate, once again, a home run with passengers, a 3-run shot. The Yankees were off and running. And yesterday, 2 more home runs for the Yankees. Travis Hafner, one of the longest home runs of the season. He knew it right off the bat. This one was gone. And then Brett Gardner, later on in the game, this down and in pitch goes up and out for his 6th home run of the year. His career high is 7, by the way. He should break that in style this year. All right, 5 homers in 3 games. And here are some more numbers for you. When the Yankees score exactly 4 runs, they're 10-5, 5 or more, a perfect 19-0, and when they hit at least 1 homer, 28-12. Now, in the meantime, on the flip side, Kenny, if you like a pitcher's duel, Seattle was the place to be yesterday for nearly 6 hours. No run scored until the 14th inning. Well, Bob, I was here watching this game. I got into town early, and 13 innings, nothing happened. But when the 14th inning came on, everything began to happen. This is Alex Rios of the White Sox driving in the first run of the game in the 14th inning. The White Sox would break through as Jeff Keppinger gets a big hit. They scored 5 times in the top half of the 4th inning. But the Mariners came back. They had already scored 1, and Kyle Seager, down to his last strike with 2 outs, hits a grand slam home run, ties the game at 5 at the end of 14. Then in the 16th inning, the White Sox get it done again. They scored 2 more times. This would be the winner. Yep, it was a long day at Safeco Field, and the Mariners came away the losers.
And a little bit of history as well. Unfortunately, they lost the game for them, but Kyle Seager's grand slam in the 14th, first ever game-tying extra inning grand slam in Major League history. The 12th total runs scored after 9 scoreless innings, the most in history as well. And the Mariners, since taking 2 of 3 from the Yankees in May, have had a little bit of a slide. They're now 6-13 since their time in the Bronx. All right, Kenny and I will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Meredith Marakovitz, who will take a closer look at the starting pitcher for tonight and the Yankees, and it's Phil Hughes.
With a new Lincoln, obsession comes standard.
Hey.
Discover what makes a Lincoln during the Lincoln sales event. Get exceptional offers on the 2013 Lincoln MKZ, and your first month's payment compliments of the Lincoln Motor Company.
Welcome to Progressive Sports Rehab. With over 22 years of orthopedic experience, we treat everyone from professional athletes to senior citizens. Using a hands-on approach and state-of-the-art equipment is what sets PSR above the rest in physical therapy. Whether dealing with neck or lower back pain to post-operative rehab, PSR can get you back on track. PSR is conveniently located on Route 17 North in Rochelle Park next to Outback Steakhouse. We also offer massage therapy and acupuncture. Most major medical and workers' compensation plans accepted. Come on in and see how Progressive Sports Rehab is putting the care back in health care.
Jim, thanks so much for your interest in the position with our company. We were about to offer you the job, but we uncovered a problem. You committed insurance fraud, and we cannot hire someone with that kind of record.
Committing insurance fraud. No gain, just pain. Learn more about the consequences of committing insurance fraud in New York City. Visit fraudny.com.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident or a victim of medical malpractice, you may be entitled to a large cash award. Find out your legal rights by calling the law offices of David Pankin for a free legal consultation.
I'm David Pankin. For over 15 years, my firm has been helping clients just like you get the compensation they deserve.
If there is no recovery, there is no fee. Don't trust your case to just anyone. Call 888-LAW-9600. That's 888-LAW-9600.
Welcome back to Seattle, where it is a picture-perfect evening for baseball as the Yankees get set to take on the Mariners. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz. The Yankees, they're playing some pretty good baseball as of late. They come in winners of 3 in a row, and they have a rested bullpen thanks to the 9-inning effort of CC Sabathia yesterday. Now let's take a look at that pitching matchup brought to you by the New York State Lottery. Aaron Harang's numbers as a whole not that impressive, just 2-5 with an ERA approaching 6. But take a look at what he did his last 2 times out. A complete game shutout against San Diego. That's his first since back in 2009. Meanwhile, it has been an up and down season for Phil Hughes. He's 2-4 with a 5.37 ERA. His last outing against Seattle, one he'd probably like to forget, lasted just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 7 earned runs in the process. Regardless of the ups and downs, manager Joe Girardi still says he has a tremendous amount of confidence in the right-hander.
Well, we've seen him do it, and the ability is there. And to me, it's good location of his fastball and using his other pitches and trying to stay out of long counts. When he gets in long counts, they foul a lot of pitches off on him, and his pitch count skyrockets, and it's harder for him to get through innings. So to me, it's using all his pitches and trying to get some quick outs.
Bob Lorenz and Ken Singleton are coming back next with lineups. First pitch baseball right here on Yes.
The New York Yankees have announced the return of the Player Bobblehead Series in 2013, presented by AT&T. The set includes Derek Jeter, Hideki Matsui, Yogi Berra, and Mariano Rivera, with each bobblehead available to the first 18,000 guests at the selected game. To get tickets for all 4 games, buy your bobblehead ticket packs at yankees.com/bobblehead.
The good news, the world's most craveable burrito with flamin' hot Fritos chips, seasoned beef, and warm nacho cheese sauce is back. The bad news, not for long. Get as many as you can while you still can. It's Taco Bell's 99-cent Beefy Crunch Burrito.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the night's most refreshing beer.
When we built the Cadillac ATS from the ground up to be the world's best sports sedan, people noticed. The all-new Cadillac ATS, 2013 North American Car of the Year.
Lease this all-new 2013 Cadillac ATS for around $299 per month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
The Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, where you can drive away for practically just your signature. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. Well, the Yankees win yesterday against the Indians, their 34th of the season. They come into this game 34-25. And with that, let's take a look at tonight's Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. And it all begins against the right-hander Aaron Harang, with the center fielder Brett Gardner leading things off. Robbie Cano is at second, batting second. Mark Teixeira at first base, batting third. Travis Hafner will DH and hit cleanup. Kevin Youkilis is at third base, batting fifth. Vernon Wells out in left field hitting 6th. Ichiro is out in his old stomping grounds in right field batting 7th. Jason Nix at short batting 8th. And Austin Romine will do the catching tonight.
Where's Aaron Harang, the 34-year-old right-hander, gets a start against the Yankees tonight. We're going to take a look at his seasonal numbers. And this will be his 9th start of the year. He came over as a free agent. 2-5, 5.82. You can see more than a hit per inning. Only 9 walks. 266 batting average against. And here's our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. And the Yankees, well, you've heard of the Final Four. He's the Yankees' final foe. He's the last pitcher to the Yankees. He's faced every team in the league except the Yankees. And he throws strikes, and he's given up just 1 run in his last 15 innings.
And first pitch to Brett Gardner, and it's in for a strike. Yeah. Over that span, you mentioned the 15 innings, opponents batting just 148 against him.
Yes, he's done very well lately. In fact, Harang has been in both leagues. He spent a number of years with the Cincinnati Reds, and he faced everybody in the National League. And now he has faced every team in both leagues as he's facing the Yankees for the first time.
And you see the home run number for Gardner kind of jumps out at you, Ken. He had a home run against Cleveland and 6 on the season. And a chopper to second base. Franklin over, 1 away.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Mariners defense behind Aaron Harang. That, of course, was Nick Franklin at second base. We'll start with the outfield. In left field, it is Raul Ibanez tonight. Michael Saunders in center and Jason Bay out in right field. Around the infield, Kyle Seager, Brendan Ryan, Nick Franklin, and Kendrys Morales. Behind the plate, Kelly Shopping catching Aaron Harang. And the DH, Michael Morse, normally find him out in right field, but he's coming back from a quad injury that kept him out 6 games, so Eric Wedge deciding just to DH him tonight. And first pitch to Robbie Cano misses. Robbie comes in at 279, 14 home runs and 36 runs batted in.
Yeah, his average has been dropping. It's 6 for his last 29, but Cano, as we all know, during the course of his career, has hit pretty well on the road, and that's the same this year. He's been a 300 hitter away from Yankee Stadium, and he's a 326 hitter against the Seattle Mariners in his career. So this might be a good chance for him to get going on this road trip.
Well, you mentioned that little lull for him. What's changed at the plate for him? Is he swinging at early pitches?
I think what happens to Cano from time to time, he leaves the strike zone, doesn't get ahead on counts, and he gets a little impatient and chases pitches out of the zone like he just did there. That was a good off-speed pitch from Harang that Cano fouled off. That last 6 games, just 2 for 20.
Others have picked up the slack, but he's got to refine his groove here pretty soon. They rely on him so heavily in the second spot, sometimes the third spot in that lineup.
He's the everyday presence. He should be the most consistent Yankee hitter. You figure Cano is going to be upwards over 300, around 30 home runs this year, maybe more. Set a career high last year with 33, and right around that 100 RBI mark. And you throw in the excellent defensive second, and you got yourself a ball player.
1-2 to Cano.
Look out.
Got him on the thigh. And he will slowly advance to first base. It looks like he's feeling that a little more than you might expect as he tries to stretch it out.
Yeah, let's see exactly where it gets him. If it's around that knee area, yeah, right around the knee. Yeah, it's going to slow anybody down a little bit. Right on the left knee, just above, maybe just on the thigh. Let's listen to this. Ooh, that didn't even sound good. And Robbie's still flexing over at first base coach Mick Kelleher, the killer. Probably told him to rub some dirt on it. You'll be okay.
Well, here's Mark Teixeira. Tex at 222, a couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in. And a first pitch strike.
I had a chance to greet Tex before the game today, and I hadn't seen him since he'd come off the disabled list, and Seems to be swinging the bat pretty well, at least the power side of it, with a couple of home runs since he's come back, driven in 7 runs. And he said this is one of his favorite ballparks. He said 15 home runs here at Safeco Field. And the record for a visitor is 17 by Rafael Palmeiro. So he's done pretty well here. And one thing they did while he was away last year, they moved the fences in. That should help him even more.
When you told him that, he wasn't even aware of that.
No,
right?
he wasn't. But, you know, you could see the smile on his face.
Well, here's that list you were talking about. Eric Chavez as well with 15 home runs here. Both of those guys tied for second behind Palmeiro. There's the 2-1. And fouled away.
In his career overall, he's hit 30 home runs against the Mariners, but half of them here in this ballpark.
You know, I was talking with Jack Curry about this in studio. Although Teixeira isn't exactly tearing the cover off the ball yet, although he has the 2 big home runs. How much is he helped by the fact that Teixeira and YANKEES are back batting behind him now? Robbie Cano, rather.
Yeah, Robbie Cano is helped by the fact that these are players with reputation, helps fill out the lineup. Although you're right, they might not jump in. First of all, these guys are they've had missed 2 months, at least certainly for Teixeira.
Right.
It's like a 6-month race, and you give everybody else a 2-month head start. And now he's got to get his way back into midseason form, if you will. And it's going to take a little while, I think, for both he and Kevin YANKEES. YANKEES is on deck. But once they start to catch up and contribute, it'll make things easier for Cano, who won't be hit by as many pitches or walked as much.
By the way, that strikeout of Teixeira, career strikeout number 1,500 for Aaron Harang. He becomes the 20th active pitcher with 1,500 or more. So 2 away, and Travis Hafner the hitter. Hafner, 10 home runs, 28 runs batted in.
You know what's interesting about that 1,500 strikeout mark from Harang? And you mentioned how many pitchers? 20?
20. He becomes the
20th active pitcher. Only 2 of those pitchers have a losing record, and he's one of them. A losing career record. He's 2 games under 500. Ryan Dempster's the other.
Hafner checks himself, evens the count at 1-1. For a strike, 1-2.
As I look at the defense with Hafner at the plate, the outfielders are just about straight away. And if you're Hafner at the plate, they don't even shift in the infield. So that kind of tells me they're going to try and keep the ball away from him and expect him to hit the ball to center and to the opposite field. You know, anything on the inner half would probably be a mistake. Although, look, they looks like they're coming in trying to tie him up.
And got him inside corner. Strikes out looking. So Robbie Cano hit by a pitch left at first base, and we take it to the bottom of the first here in Seattle. First time up for the M's.
Around here, you could pass 1,000 coffee shops before you hit a gas station. So it pays to have a car like Ford Fusion. With an available EcoBoost engine that has an EPA estimated rating of up to 33 highway MPG and power to spare. All at a price that won't keep you up at night. Yeah, we're with you. Now get a Ford Fusion for just $169 a month, only from your Tri-State Ford dealer.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Whoa, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind.
Celebrate your American icon with a perfect gift from Nautica. Now at Macy's.
And we head to the bottom of the first here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Let's take a look at the Mariners starting lineup against Phil Hughes. It'll be Jason Bay out in right field leading off. Kyle Seager at third base batting second. Raul Ibanez is out in left field tonight. Kendrys Morales hits behind him in the cleanup spot. He's at first base. Michael Morse is the DH. Nick Franklin at second base batting sixth. Michael Saunders is out in center field hitting seventh. Kelly Shopping coming off an epic 16 innings yesterday, and he caught all of them. He's batting eighth, and Brendan Ryan is at short.
Phil Hughes gets the start for the Yankees tonight, trying to bounce back from a poor start against the Boston Red Sox. We take a look at his overall numbers on the season and on the year. Phil Hughes will be making his 12th start tonight. 2-4 record, ERA 5.37, more than a hit per inning. 55 strikeouts in 58 2/3 innings. That's a pretty good number, but opponents batting .292 against him. Let's check out the pitcher scatter report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. Feeling safe at Safeco Field. His career record against the Mariners is 4-3, 3-0 in this ballpark with a 1.20 ERA. He's pitched very well at Safeco Field. Back on the 15th, Marathon told you he was mauled by the Mariners, gave up 7 runs in 2/3 of an inning, and he needs to eat more innings.
We're going to find out how hungry he is tonight, I guess.
Yeah, well, in 11 previous starts, 4 times he's gone 4 1/3 or less, and that's not good for your bullpen.
Well, Jason Bay, the average isn't great, but he has 8 home runs, 15 runs batted in so far for the Mariners. Even at the count 1-1. Now, Kenny, you mentioned Hughes' ERA here, 1.20. I know part of that is it's a pitcher's park. It's big. You didn't tell him they moved the fences in, did you?
No, I didn't. No, only Teixeira. If I had told Phil that, he wouldn't have been smiling like Mark was. And maybe he doesn't know. Let's hope he doesn't know.
2-1 to Bay. Fouled away. Let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. A beautiful day here in Seattle, and it's carried through into the evening. Temperature at 76 degrees, low humidity for this area, and just a slight breeze. The forecast not only for tonight, but throughout the course of this 4-game series. Partly cloudy, temperatures in the 70s. So, Kenny, you and I can live with that, right?
Oh, most definitely. How do people live like that here?
Well, the great thing is Bay fouls one off. Don't really have to worry for us during the day about rain, but then you don't have to worry about it here because of the roof. Well, Yankees baseball is available in Spanish by hitting the SAP button on your television. SAP is brought to you by Infinity. Here's the 2-2. And a breaking ball in there. Got him looking. 1 away.
Good pitch from Hughes. Catches Bay looking. Can you call this Baywatch? Oh. I guess you can, huh? Bay's caught looking.
That's Kenny with his first good one. Good zinger on Yes After Dark.
Yes, definitely after dark back east, isn't it?
Well, here's Kyle Seager. And Seager comes in at 283, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in, and feeling good about that grand slam he hit in the 14th to tie it up yesterday. What a marathon game. 5 hours, 42 minutes.
Unbelievable ball game. 10 runs in the 14th inning after nothing had scored in the first 13.
And Hughes missing low, 1-1. Now, one thing Hughes has had a problem with, Kenny, is the put-away pitches when he has 2 strikes. We saw a nice one against Bay. Do you think he needs to go to that breaking ball more?
Well, I think what he's trying to do is overpower people in the past, and there have been a lot of foul balls. In fact, 106 foul balls with 2 strikes. That's the second most of any pitcher in the league. In other words, hitters are able to extend their at-bat. If he can get that breaking ball in good spots and get his changeup working a little better, keep the hitters off balance, then maybe he can get that fastball by some hitters.
In a way, are you saying the fastball became a little too predictable maybe on that 2-strike count?
Yeah, because you're just trying to throw it by people, and sometimes he gets it in the middle of the plate, and that could be problems.
Goes off speed there and misses a little low and away, and the count even at 2-2. Hot shot to second base, backs up Cano a couple steps onto the grass, but he's got him 2 away. Well, remember the last time, Kenny, that Raul Ibanez faced Phil Hughes? It paid off big for Ibanez.
Yeah, this was that first inning at Yankee Stadium, a hanging breaking ball, and Ibanez with a grand slam home run. That got the Mariners off and running, and they ran away. I think it was a 12-2 win over the Yankees on that particular. Yep, 12-2 was the final score on May the 15th at the stadium.
Well, Hughes lasted just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 7 runs, and Raul Ibanez had a great stop back in the Bronx. This year against the Yankees, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in, and for the season, 11 homers. That's tied for the team lead with Michael Morse. Drives one out to left field, driving Vernon Wells back to the track, and he's got it, and that will do it. So a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for Phil Hughes. And as we head to the second, we're scoreless in Seattle.
We're stronger than the storm and open for everyone.
Para di dubida. Bibo. Dibidibi. Ibidibi. Ibidabidibida. Para bulilabo. Ibidibidabido.
Not understanding math and science can make it impossible to get by in today's job market.
Biddy Baba.
Inspire your kids to learn the language of math and science. Visit connectamillionminds.com.
Ibibubu nabida.
For more than 40 years, Seabow Meat has been providing quality products in the tradition of our founder. Enjoy our new Don Filo home-style sausage, a combination of meat, seasoning, and experience. Or try our exclusive soaked-cooked salami made from beef, pork, smoked herring, and spices that give it its tantalizing powers. And for a healthy, tasty diet, there's chicken salami and turkey ham. So, before you put it in the cart, look for our logo in the right-hand side. Seabow Meat, a tradition of quality.
Shore is open.
Because we're stronger than the storm.
As we head to the top of the second, it's time for today's conversation, brought to you by Toyota. Prius is the official hybrid vehicle of the Yankees. We've been asking you on Twitter, how closely do you follow the Major League Baseball draft and why? Of course, the first round taking place tonight. And Ernie Capadino said, I like to see if the sons of former Major League Baseball players are drafted or local kids from the tri-state area. But it's not like NFL or NBA. NFL and NBA, there is more to do. The NBA, shorter amount of rounds. NFL has tried that as well.
And usually those players are drafted in the first round and going directly to the big time. You're going to see them right away.
Yep.
These players who are drafted in Major League Baseball, number ones or whatever, it's usually going to take a few years before they show up on Major League ballparks.
By the way, with regard to the conversation, follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Prius to keep the conversation going. And top of the second, Kevin Youkilis leading things off. Youkilis, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Fresh off the DL.
We spoke of this being one of the favorite ballparks of Mark Teixeira. The same applies for Kevin Youkilis. In all 18 games he's played here, he's reached base safely via hit, walk, or hit by pitch.
And there's a drive out to right field. That sends Bay back into the gap, and he's got it. Bay tracking that ball well for out number 1 here in the second.
Nice running catch by Bay in right field. Youkilis puts a charge into this one. Even though they moved the fences in, doesn't help him. You can see that 380 sign out there. It used to be 386 in that direction. As Bay runs it down for the first out here in the second inning.
And that'll bring up Vernon Wells. And Kenny, some of the modifications in certain areas not that great, but the biggest change in left center.
At left center, where it used to be 390, now you can see it's 376. And I can recall a few years ago talking to Ken Griffey Jr. about this ballpark. And of course, he hit a few home runs here in his career. And he said, don't hit it to left center. You're going to get your feelings hurt.
Vernon Wells lifts one out to shallow right field. Bay's got it, 2 away. Well, this is one of the most beautiful ballparks in baseball. I think most people would agree by acclamation. Opened in July of 1999. Capacity of 47,000 plus. The home to the 2001 All-Star game. And again, that left center field wall you mentioned moved in 14 feet.
Did you see the record for capacity? It wasn't even a ball game. It was a WrestleMania.
In the Northwest, no less. I think maybe in the South, in huge numbers. Well, here's Ichiro, obviously a longtime fan favorite here. Got a nice ovation as he came to the plate.
They still have the Ichi meter. There's legions of fans out there in right field.
And You see his total number of hits there, 3,933. That's major leagues and Japanese league combined. So 67 away from 4,000. And Ichiro lifts one out to right. Bay again. Had to wait a little while for that one, but he records all 3 outs in the inning, and we'll take it to the bottom of the second. Scoreless.
Fans, stay up to date on everything Yankees by subscribing to Yankees Magazine. A 1-year subscription includes 8 issues featuring exclusive stories, facts, action photos, and stats. Now you can opt to purchase a digital version of either Yankees Magazine or the 2013 New York Yankees official yearbook. To purchase, call 800-GO-YANKS or visit yankees.com/publications today.
Every year, ALG evaluates premium compact utility vehicles to determine which vehicle's value holds up best against the test of time. They looked at Audi, Infiniti, and BMW, and then selected the Acura RDX as the winner of their prestigious 2013 Residual Value Award, which simply means the RDX has a special kind of luxury, the kind that endures.
Visit your local Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
You know what's so awesome about the internet? It gets more and more entertaining every day. And once you've got Verizon Fios, that's when you get it. America's fastest, most reliable internet takes your entertainment to ridiculous levels.
I was streaming videos, movies, music. Once I realized how fast it was, that's when I got it.
It's your last chance to get Fios for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Technology that makes life more entertaining. That's powerful.
We are back at beautiful Safeco Field. Now it's time for the Pepsi team scouting report on the Mariners. There's their manager, Eric Wedge, his 3rd year at the helm. 52,509 miles. That's the mileage that the Mariners will travel this year, the most in the major leagues. You got to have a young team or guys who can sleep on airplanes. 6 walk-off losses so far this year. And the longest day, now that was a movie years ago, and it was a good one. But the longest day yesterday here at Safeco Field, 5 hours and 42 minutes. The longest home game in Mariners history, and they lost it 7-5.
Guys got to sleep on planes. Do you sleep on planes?
Yeah, I did on the way out here yesterday, a little bit.
I can sleep on them too. Some people just cannot do it. I don't know.
Well, I had a good book, and I had my headphones with the music. I mean, it's
kind of hard to read the book with your eyes closed.
You're right, but I got a couple of chapters in. I mean, it's about a 6-hour flight here from the East Coast.
There's Kendrys Morales, the cleanup hitter.
This city is the furthest north of any city in the major leagues. And that's why they have long days here.
Well, the closest road trip is what, Oakland, right?
2.5 hours. That's why you have to have young players.
No bus trips.
No. And when Lou Piniella was the manager here, that was one of the reasons that he wanted to go back east, back to Tampa Bay. That he said that the travel is just really rough for the Seattle Mariners, year in and year out.
1-2 to Morales, up and out at 94 miles an hour. Now Morales having a nice season in terms of hitting at home, 308, and he has a 330 career average against Yankees pitchers.
He's also stepping in with a 7-game hitting streak tonight, so he's swinging the bat well lately.
And out to left field. Vernon Wells running in. Got it, 1 away.
Nice off-speed pitch from Phil Hughes. Got Morales out front on a breaking ball and got him to pop it up into left field. Long run for Vernon Wells. Instead of trying maybe to power that fastball by him and he would have fouled it back, maybe hit it hard. Instead, breaking ball with a couple of strikes and he pops him up.
Well, maybe we're at the beginning of a trend that will be very useful for Phil Hughes, mixing in a little more off-speed stuff on a 2-strike count. Well, now Michael Morse is in. He's the DH tonight, normally out in right field, but he missed the last 6 games because of a strained quad muscle.
This guy is big and strong. It's hard to believe that when he first broke in with the Seattle Mariners, this is his 2nd time with the club, he was a shortstop.
Really?
Really?
That's a big shortstop.
Yeah. More like a tight end.
Hughes quickly ahead 0-2.
He's got a big, long swing. He's got power. Hits the ball well to the opposite field. I always felt that the way he holds his hands away from his body, if you have some hard stuff, he stands off the plate. But if you have something up and in, you can tie him up with it. If you throw really hard. If you get something mediocre in there, you might not get it back. And you can see with Washington, the big year was 2011. Hit 300 with 31 homers and 95 runs batted in.
And Hughes gets him with a breaking ball, 2 away.
Another out on a breaking ball. Phil Hughes and watch the target of Austin Romine. Down and away, and he gets that pitch there, and Morse can't get to it.
And that slow-mo illustrates that big swing that he has that you mentioned, Ken. And as I said, he was tied for the team lead with Raul Ibanez in home runs as Nick Franklin digs in. And I've got some numbers for you on the fences coming in from the home office. Our head of research and development, Jeff Quagliata, helping me out here, said Seattle last year, 15 homers in their first 28 home games. This year, 27 in their first 28.
All right. And with bringing the fences in, it also helps the opposing teams, too. Yeah. The Mariners, one thing they were trying to do, entice more free agents to think about coming here, about the hitters. And usually, when it's cold and damp here, it's very hard to hit the ball. You can bring the fences in behind the infield. They might not get it out of the ballpark. But on a night like tonight, very low humidity, not much wind at all. This is the type of night where ball can really carry.
Nick Franklin out to center field, and Brett Gardner's got it, and that will do it. So 2 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Phil Hughes, and we will take it to the 3rd.
This weekend, the Yankees are in Seattle to finish a 4-game matchup with the Mariners. Series coverage continues tomorrow night at 9. Then Saturday at 3, it's an afternoon matinee from Safeco. And Sunday, catch the series finale starting at 3. Tomorrow at 9. Saturday and Sunday at 3. This weekend, only on Yes.
The parking reminder feature on the My Chevrolet app will cleverly help you find your way back to your car almost anywhere. It's available on Malibu and on every Chevrolet. The phones that connect us to our lives now connect us to our cars. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
So, you both bought new notebooks, huh?
Yeah, mine was really cheap. I got the lowest price.
At PC Richard & Son, you get the guaranteed lowest prices on computers, tablets, and e-readers.
Well, mine came with this. Mine too. And I got them. Who are they?
That's our award-winning sales team.
And I got them too. Okay, who are they?
Only the best computer repair team in the business.
They can actually fix these things. I didn't get them.
No, you didn't.
I got a great deal.
Yes, you did. PC Richard & Son.
The official appliance and electronics retailer of the New York Yankees.
There's nothing like the 2013 Nissan Sentra. It'll keep you moving, connected, and carry you, your friend, your other friends, and their stuff in comfort. Yeah, life at the top is pretty good. Get 0% APR on Sentra, Cars.com's most affordable compact sedan. It's a great choice. Shop at ChooseNissan.com.
We are back at Safeco Field as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. The 8-9-1 hitter is coming up for the Yankees. Scoreless on the Lincoln scoreboard. And a first pitch strike to Jason Nix. Nix at shortstop tonight, hitting .248, 1 homer, 14 runs batted in. And fouled away, and quickly behind 0-2.
You know, Bob, I mentioned yesterday was the longest day, and that was a movie. And the movie, of course, was about D-Day. And today's the anniversary of D-Day, June 6th, going back to 1945. And, of course, they say the Americans who were alive in that, our greatest generation. And there are still some of them around. And, of course, we want to tip our hats to them. We wouldn't have the freedoms that we have today unless they had been successful on D-Day and during World War II. So, we think congratulate them on what they were able to do, and maybe some of them are up watching the game tonight. Thanks so much.
not only thank the men and women who served, but also the ones back home who picked up the slack.
44. It was 44. And Yogi Berra was at D-Day.
He was.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, go to either his museum or I encourage people to go to yogiberramuseum.org. There's great stuff on him at D-Day. It's a base hit to left for Nix. And most folks don't know that he enlisted when he was 17 years old. He went in, he served, he was looking for something to do. He was bored down in Norfolk, Virginia. And they had this new concept, this rocket boat, about 35 feet long, just basically loaded with rockets. And he was a couple hundred yards offshore. The beach is at Omaha Beach. And he and his about 6 guys on board, just their job was to provide cover for the landing troops. And Yogi said it was like the 4th of July. That's what he remembers, just the rockets and everything going off. Well, here's Austin Romine batting 9th and doing the catching tonight. Romine comes in at 159, no homers, a couple runs batted in.
I'm thinking with Shopik having caught that whole game yesterday, maybe the Yankees would try and take advantage, start runners down at the bottom of the order, try and get the bottom of the order to contribute. Maybe a hit and run, but the count is 0-2. You wouldn't do it now. But Jason Nix has stolen 6 bases without being caught this year. He's been very, very good at stealing bases, getting good jumps.
That pitch away from Harang. And the count 1-2.
Good stop by Shopik on a pitch in the dirt. Not too tired to make that stop. 16 innings of catching.
That's a gamer right there.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully he went home last night, had a nice big dinner with plenty of carbs, electrolytes, recharge. You remember what's the longest game you ever played?
I probably tried to forget it as quickly as possible. Probably about 16, 17 innings. I remember a 16-inning game that came out on the losing side. Really ticked.
And a swing and a miss, one away. Let's get to tonight's Cold Hard Facts. It's brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And some of these numbers between the Yankees and the Mariners this season, very similar. You look at their team averages, about the same. Home runs, Yankees are ranked 6th, Mariners just ahead of them, 5th. ERA nearly the same, fielding percentage. But the thing that stands out here, Kenny, the record. Mariners 26-34, and the Yankees with 34 wins, and right on the cusp of leading their division.
I think that's primarily because the Yankee bullpen has been very, very good, and they hold leads late in ball games, able to put them in the win column.
When the day began, the Yankees were a game and a half out in the East. The Mariners 11 games behind Texas in the West. With Nix on first and 1 away, back to the top of the order and Brett Gardner, who looks at ball 1. Gardner grounded to second in his first at bat.
If I'm not mistaken, has there been a throw over the first base with Nix over there yet? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, see, it's about time.
They got the booth bug.
Well, they better check. My point is they better check on him. They fall asleep, he's going to be at second.
Fouled away, 1-1. Now, if you're Nix and you're 6 for 6 on stolen bases, you know Shopik caught 16 innings yesterday, or you think he knows. What's a good time to go?
Well, when you're 6 for 6, your confidence level is up. You're watching Harang. Maybe you haven't seen him very. Remember, this is his first time he's ever pitched against the Yankees. But all the base runners have information from Mick Kelleher about how long he takes to get the ball to home plate from hand to glove of the catcher. Mick has a stopwatch. Also, before games, he goes over tape and looks at the move of the pitchers. Not only their pickoff moves, but he also has time. You see the stopwatch in his right hand. And he relays that information to the base runners, at least the ones who are capable of stealing.
Ball 3 to Brett Gardner, 3-1.
So the coaches show up at the ballpark very early, go over all the information, scouting reports from the Yankee scouts, the advanced scouts, and then they go over tape. Robbie Thompson knows all about the Mariners' outfield arms.
And Nix is on the move, and a shot right to the hole that was vacated by Franklin. Nix is on his way to third, and Gardner is aboard with a one-out base hit, setting up first and third for the Yankees with one away.
It wasn't a steal, but it was a hit and run. And the second baseman, Franklin's going to cover. Maybe a little unusual with a left-handed hitter at the plate, but once he opens up that right side, Brett Gardner takes advantage. Hits a shot through the hole. The Yankees have runners on the corners with one out. Perfectly executed. Gardner can see that it's the second baseman covering. He's following the ball. He can feel movement on the right side of the diamond. He's not going to see who it is, but he knows that if he hits the ball hard, one of the two are going to be there at second base to cover. In this case, it was the second baseman, the hole open like the Red Sea.
So Gardner aboard at first. Nix is at third, and a big spot for Robinson Cano, who again we mentioned his numbers down lately. And drives one out to right. Deep drive right field. Watch it fly. 3-run home run, Robinson Cano. He does come through in a big spot. The Yankees lead it 3-0.
Now we talked about Cano. He's always been a good road hitter throughout his career. Sometimes a change of scenery can get a hitter going. 326 in his career against Seattle. That's going up because he's 1 for 1 tonight after being hit by a pitch his first time. And not only is this, the Yankees been hitting a lot of home runs with men on base lately. A 3-run homer, and the Yankees are out in front 3-0. Gets on top of this one, kind of a line drive into the lower deck and right.
15 home runs for Cano now, 39 runs batted in. And on the all-time list, he now ties Tino Martinez for 16th in franchise history. 192 home runs as a Yankee. And Travis Hafner lifts one out to right field. Excuse me, Mark Teixeira. And watch that one fly. Back-to-back home runs. Teixeira coming through. He's flipped the power switch since coming off the DL, and the Yankees lead it 4-0.
Well, that smile we were talking about. He knows he hits well in this ballpark. That's his 16th home run in his career here at Safeco Field. Just one short of the record for a visitor, which is held by Rafael Palmeiro. And I don't think Palmeiro's going to hit anymore. So he's definitely got a shot, maybe before he leaves town, at least tie him. As the Sheriff follows Cano. That might not have made it last year, but it does this year.
Back-to-back big flies for the Yankees. They're up 4-0. There's that list. Teixeira standing alone in second place behind Palmeiro now. Now it's Travis Hafner with 10 home runs on the season, and he lifts one out to right center field. And that'll drop in for a base hit. 4 consecutive hits and 5 in the inning.
That ball should have been caught. There was a lot of airtime, and either Michael Saunders, the center fielder, didn't see it. It was too far away from Jason Bay to get it, and this is more of the center fielder's ball. He kind of takes a circuitous route. Now he's coming on. Maybe he thought the ball was hit better. This ball should be caught. It drops in for a base hit. And Hafner's going to take it, of course, but that should have been out number 2 this inning. And pitching coach Carl Willis out to the mound to talk to Aaron Harang.
So Harang getting roughed up here by the Yankees in the top half of the third inning. As Ken and I mentioned, his last 2 starts, he came in allowing just 1 earned run over his last 15 innings, but he's allowed 4 runs here in the third.
Yeah, second time through the order for the Yankees, so they've seen him once, and second time through, they've liked what they've seen.
And here's Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis led off in the top of the second and flew out to right field. Well struck. And a fastball in for a strike. And Youkilis drives it out to right field. Bay on the run. Won't get to it, base of the wall. As Hafner heads to third, Youkilis is into second with a stand-up double. Well, they are raking against Aaron Harang here in the third.
Yeah, Youkilis with his 6th double of the year and goes to the opposite field against the traffic. And this one up against the wall in deep right center. They didn't change the dimensions down the right field line. They still 326, but a pitch that was up. Another long run for Bay. He's not going to get this one. Ball's going to hit at the base of the wall, and the Yankees still doing business here in the third inning.
Still just 1 away with runners at second and third, and now Vernon Wells, who flew out to right field as well in his first at bat. And looks at strike 1.
The Mariners are playing the infield halfway at short and second, about even with the bag at first and third. So depending on how the ball is hit, either it's short or second, if it's hit hard, they'll probably be able to hold Hafner at third base.
Mariners bullpen already at work. Well, swing and a miss.
Remember, the Mariners used 7 pitchers in yesterday's game.
Blake Beavan out in the bullpen.
He got called up today. Noese got sent back to the minors. Hector Noese, the former Yankee.
So Bevan is up in the bullpen. And here's Harang's 0-2 pitch to Vernon Wells. Up and in, misses 1 and 2. Well, the back-to-back home runs by Cano and Teixeira, only the second time this season that the Yankees have done that. On May 12th, Cano and Vernon Wells able to do it. And Wells here just flicks one over to the right side, and that is going to drop into right field. As 1 run scores, Hafner is in, and Youkilis moves to third, and it's 5-0 Yankees.
Well, because the infield was halfway, it made a longer run for Nick Franklin, and he could not run underneath this one and make the play. Hafner scores. Youkilis had to hold to make sure the ball wasn't caught. The ball wasn't caught, and you can see that. Watch Franklin. The race is on now, but because he was halfway, he cannot get to it. Yankees score another run, and they move a runner to third. It's first and third now. Still only 1 out.
6 straight hits for the Yankees. And now with the runners at first and third, 9th batter of the inning is Ichiro.
And now they're going to bring the infield just about all the way in, with the exception of Franklin, who's a little bit better than halfway.
This has got to increase the odds for Ichiro here. Slash one through one of the holes.
I was joking with Ichiro before the game. I said, after you leave, they bring the fences in. That's 50 more home runs you could have had. He just started laughing.
And looks at ball 2. Youkilis on third, Wells at first, and 1 away. Still here in the top of the third.
Ichiro's been swinging a pretty good bat lately. He was 18 for 50 coming in after an 0 for 22, so he's heated up considerably.
And Ichiro over the head at short. Beautiful piece of hitting there as Youkilis scores another base hit and an RBI single for Ichiro, and it's 6-0 Yanks.
And the Yankees have batted around here in the third inning. And remember, the infield was in again. And because of that, the ball goes over Ryan's head, and it's a base hit.
Aaron Harang's not going to make it out of the third inning here in Seattle. Eric Wedge will go to the bullpen. And we will take a break here in Seattle with the Yanks up 6-0.
Hi, welcome to Toyota. Can I help you?
I was just configuring the perfect Camry.
Good choice. Camrys are so reliable.
Yeah. 90% of all Toyota Camrys sold over the last 10 years are still on the road today.
You got it all figured out.
Yeah, I do.
So, is the internet as fun as a test drive?
Wow. So lifelike.
Get great deals today at your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
I was training to run my 7th half marathon. 20 minutes in, I was slumped over on the treadmill, cardiac arrest. I was clinically dead for 15 minutes. My friends and family weren't sure if they'd ever see me again. When I woke up, the doctors at Montefiore told me I had severe mitral valve disease, which they repaired with an innovative procedure called the butterfly technique. Now I feel as good as new. They didn't just give me back my life. They gave me back the life I love to live.
There you go. All right.
Good night.
You too.
I'm going to dream about that steak.
I'm going to dream about that tiramisu.
What a night, huh? But can the test drive be over now? Head back to the dealership.
Oh, yeah.
It's practically yours.
Sorry.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Passat. That's the power of German engineering. Get 0 down, 0 do it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Well, with the Yankees batting around here in the top of the third, want to go over our checklist pregame and to go to the bullpen. The call to the bullpen brought to you by AT&T. And Blake Bevan coming in, and we'll talk about him in a moment. But we take a look at this. Yankees 10-5 when scoring exactly 4 runs. Well, they're past that now. They have 6. When scoring 5 or more, 19-0. Check. They're there. And when the team hits at least 1 home run, check again. They have 2 in the inning. And they're still hitting here with 1 out in the top of the third. And here's the new pitcher, Blake Bevan, the right-hander.
Now, we mentioned the fact that Bevan came up today as Hector Noese was sent back to AAA after throwing over 60 pitches in yesterday's game. The Mariners looking for a fresh arm, and this is the freshest they came up with. And he's already been in the big leagues this year. And you can see what he had done the first time around. Opponents hitting .333, 14 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings, just 5 walks against Blake Bevan, who came to the Mariners in that deal in which Cliff Lee was sent to the Texas Rangers a few years ago instead of going to the New York Yankees.
Well, Jason Nix started things off here in the third with a single, and he would later score on the 3-run home run by Robbie Cano. He's got Vernon Wells on second and Ichiro at first. By the way, that 3-run home run by Robbie Cano, the Yanks had homered with at least 2 men on base in each of their last 3 games, and they have done it again. Their last 4-game streak of that kind, April of 2006, as Bevan misses high to Nix. Fouls one straight back, 2-1.
You can see why the Mariners wanted Bevan in the deal with Cliff Lee. He was a former #1 draft pick, 17th overall in 2007. And they also got Justin Smoke in that deal.
Now, we were here at that time, remember?
Yes, we were. And Smoke currently is on the disabled list with an oblique strain. Another one of those obliques.
Everybody thought a deal was going to go down down between the Yankees and the Mariners, and at the last second, Jack Sorensic, the GM, opted for the Rangers offer that included Smoke. That was a guy that he had wanted. They initially balked at that, but then Texas gave in.
Smoke, a switch-hitting first baseman who the Mariners likened to maybe the next Mark Teixeira. Not quite yet.
Nix lifts one out to right and into the seats. Well, he's had a hard time, Smoke, finding consistency. I mean, he's not healthy right now. He's injured, but not what they had expected.
Meanwhile, Cliff Lee's been to Texas and he's gone.
Right.
Stopped in for, well, he was in the playoffs a couple of years ago.
And strike 3 to Nix, 2 away.
Good hook from Bevan. Picks up the strikeout.
Battle back from 2-0 against Nix.
Well, Bevan well scouted. He was from Texas. That's maybe another reason why they made him a #1 pick. He was right down the street in Irving, Texas. And that was not a particularly good breaking ball, but something that Nix wasn't looking for. They were kind of hung up a little high.
And now an opportunity for Austin Romine to cash in, with runners at first and second and 2 away.
You know Romine wants to get something done. He doesn't want to make 2 outs in 1 inning. Yeah, every other batter in the Yankee order has had a hit this inning.
Eight hits in the inning. Join the party, Austin Romine.
There's always one guy doesn't get the invitation.
And lifts one out to right field.
Ooh.
And just foul. Almost had it.
Couldn't get by the bouncer. Yankee fan happy with a souvenir. Just foul, maybe about a foot. Wow, look at that. Who's Bud Selig?
So here's the 0-2 to Romine. And up high misses 1 and 2.
Yeah, for fans who don't know, the commissioner signs every ball. His signature appears on every Major League Baseball.
Commissioner's a little busy at the draft tonight.
Yes, he is. Making a lot of youngsters' dreams come true.
Romine staying alive. Fouls that one away into the seats.
We were able to watch a little bit of the draft. They had it on the scoreboard here on the video board, and well, you just see the families react to the youngsters being drafted, and you know, the moms and dads crying, the families crying, and just big hugs all around. And this could be the start to a long Major League career. And maybe start him.
Romine on 1 and 2, staying alive. Yankees drafted 26th. That was their first pick tonight. Took a third baseman from Notre Dame, Eric Jagiello. Where were you when you got drafted, Ken?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was so long ago. It was I was probably home. You know, I finally got a phone call. MLB wasn't on in those days.
To third base. And the short way from Seager to Franklin. But the Yankees do major damage here, top of the third. They flip the power switch. Robbie Cano, a 3-run shot. And backed up by Mark Teixeira and a solo job, 6-0 Yankees.
It's like lightning in a snowball.
It's like an iceberg volcano.
It's like a hot chocolate culotta.
Oh.
I just read the cup.
Hot chocolate goes chill with the Dunkin' Donuts Hot Chocolate Coolata. Hurry in and cool off today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hi, welcome to Toyota. Can I help you?
I was just configuring the perfect Camry.
Good choice. Camrys are so reliable.
Yeah. 90% of all Toyota Camrys sold over the last 10 years are still on the road today.
You got it all figured out.
Yeah, I do.
So, is the internet as fun as a test drive?
Wow. So lifelike.
Get great deals today at your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was around about 1900 or so. I joined up with Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders down there in Cuba.
Cuba Libre.
Are you paying attention? Because I haven't even gotten to the juicy part yet.
I have. It's tender, too.
Yeah? Sweet Tex Pack Spring Break 05, like that narrows it down.
Everyone's talking about Dunkin's new juicy chicken sandwich. Grab one with barbecue or bacon and ranch today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the new Chicken Fajita Sub, only at Quiznos. By Macy's. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2013 CR-V. Well, the Yankees were driven to excellence in that top of the third. 6 runs on 8 hits. Home runs by Cano and Teixeira, and they lead it here at Safeco Field. 6-0 on the Lincoln scoreboard as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Every number you see on the board there, Kenny, coming in that third inning.
Wow, just an outpouring of runs for the Yankees. We just saw that beautiful shot of Safeco Field from a distance. What a beautiful city Seattle is. It's certainly one of my favorite in the league to visit. You can see the snow-covered mountains off in the distance. Very comfortable night here.
You see the stadium where the Seattle Seahawks play right over the left field wall, CenturyLink Stadium. And here's Phil Hughes facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Hughes has done well so far through 2 1-2-3 innings with a couple strikeouts. Hughes sitting there for more than 20 minutes. While the Yankees batted around. Nice play by Cano on Saunders, 1 away.
Robbie Cano showing his range in the field. Having to hustle to come up with that play. Got a nice hop at the end. Didn't really have to go down very far to get it. About a belt-tie hop. Of course, his strong arm gets it over there with no problem to Mark Teixeira to pick up Saunders for the first out here in the third inning.
And here's Kelly Shopik, the number 8 hitter. You know, you'd like to see Hughes at this point still be as economical as possible, go deep into the game. Just imagine, Ken, after that complete game yesterday by CC Sabathia, in which he saved the bullpen. A lot of guys needed rest. Imagine if Hughes could back that up and save that bullpen a little more.
Yeah, get deep into game 7, maybe 8 innings out of him tonight. Keep the pitch count down. He's doing a pretty good job of it. Just 29 pitches. Here's a look at CC, who 116 pitches, complete game yesterday. And as you said, it's a nice job saving the bullpen, particularly when you're coming out west and playing right away the next day or next night.
It's night on the East Coast. It still feels like day out here. A lot of sunlight and a lot of sunshine.
Yeah, we mentioned this is the city furthest north in baseball, and that this time of year you're going to get some very long days. Sunrise about 5:12 this morning. Sunset will be after 9 o'clock tonight.
And a strike 3. Shopik caught looking 2 away.
Phil Hughes has now had at least 1 strikeout in every inning. Well, right to the glove of Austin Romine. And Shopik, who strikes out a lot, under 100 at bats, he has now struck out 42 times.
And you know what? Maybe the way Hughes has been pitching, throwing off speed with 2 strikes, caught Shopik napping there a little bit, looking for off speed. But he gets him with a fastball. So 2 away, and the number 9 hitter, Brendan Ryan. Ryan comes in at .214, just 2 homers, 11 runs batted in.
when you look at the bottom third of the Mariners order, you got Saunders at 218, Shopik at 202, and Ryan at 214. These should be the innings where you get by with minimal amount of pitches. Get these guys out, then worry about the tougher hitters later.
Swing and a miss. Hughes quickly ahead 0-2.
This is his 8th pitch this inning, and he might be able to pick up the final out of the inning on this pitch. No. He's going to throw at least 9. So what I'm saying is these are the guys you got to put away very quickly and keep your pitch count down. Let's see if Ryan does go through. Nah, he held up.
Gets a benefit of the doubt. Here's the 1-2. He's further away. Ryan won't bite. 2-2.
See, that's too far out of the strike zone for a hitter to even think about swinging it. This is the pitch you want to get the inning over with.
And goes to 3-2.
Yeah, you can see Hughes not happy with the last few pitches here. After being ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
And base hit to right field. So Ryan, the first hit of the game for the Mariners, with 2 away here in the 3rd.
Yeah, by running the count to 3-2, he became even more predictable. It's going to be a fastball. He got it out over the plate. Ryan could go with it to the right side and pick up the base hit. That's why, you know, he was trying to put him away once he got the count to 0-2 and couldn't do it. And he paid the price. The inning's going to continue, and that means his pitch count's going to go up a little bit more. Up, out over the plate. Ryan just drops the head of the bat on it and gets it between Teixeira and Cano for a hit that extends the inning.
And his breaking balls have been so much better in this game than what we saw in that sequence. The chopper by Bade, short. Nick's got him over to Cano, and that'll do it. So a single from Ryan and nothing else when we head to the top of the 4th with the Yankees up 6-0.
How do you know it's a Quiznos sub? Quality ingredients like cilantro jalapeno slaw and applewood smoked pulled pork. That's how you know. Try the new barbecued pulled pork subs. Get a small for just $2.99 for a limited time, only at Quiznos.
Welcome to Progressive Sports Rehab. With over 22 years of orthopedic experience, we treat everyone from professional athletes to senior citizens. Using a hands-on approach and state-of-the-art equipment is what sets PSR above the rest in physical therapy. Whether dealing with neck or lower back pain to post-operative rehab, PSR can get you back on track. PSR is conveniently located on Route 17 North in Rochelle Park next to Outback Steakhouse. We also offer massage therapy and acupuncture. Most major medical and workers' compensation plans accepted. Come on in and see how Progressive Sports Rehab is putting the care back in health care.
Every addiction has a beginning. Now it has an end. I'm Dr. Damon Raskin at Cliffside, Malibu. In Ending Addiction for Good, we explain how we use the latest in addiction research to end drug and alcohol problems forever.
Our personalized approach is different from any other treatment center. With one-on-one therapy, we guide clients through the stages needed to transform their lives.
Our program is so successful, we guarantee it. Order Ending Addiction for Good now and get your life back.
This is Joe. He really likes the sun. Joe says the sun can give us all the energy we need without hurting the planet. He says there are people and companies who already know how to use the sun. We just have to get behind them. Can one solution to energy woes be found up in the sky? The possibilities are endless.
Time for the New York State Smokers Quit Line Quiz. Call 1-866-NY-QUITS for free help today. Since 1965, the Yankees have had the #1 overall pick in the Major League Baseball amateur draft twice. What 2 players did they select with the top pick? I can rule out Ken Singleton, but that's still a huge pool to choose from. Well, top of the 4th inning, Yankees in that 3rd sent 11 men to the plate, came up with 8 hits and 6 runs. They lead at 6-0. Brett Gardner It's grounded to second and then singled and scored back in the third.
I know one of those answers, and I'm trying to think who the other one might be.
Gardner fouls that one away, 1-2. First, Kendrys Morales will take it himself. One away here in the fourth.
Gardner's hit the ball hard 3 times in the game tonight, including his base hit.
Well, here's Robbie Cano again, hit by a pitch in the first, and then that 3-run home run in the third. Left no doubt that the Yankees' power stroke had continued. And he certainly needed it. As Ken mentioned, he was in a little bit of a free fall the past few games. Probably the past week, really. Again, a big 3-run home run, his 15th homer of the season.
And he's coming up on 40 runs batted in, 39.
A lot of times when he loses it, he gets it back just as quickly. That swing, perfectly timed against Aaron Harang, helped knock him out of the game. That ball fouled away. Let's take one more look at that home run.
Don't blink. This got out of here in a hurry.
Woo.
High fastball. Turns on it. Jason Bay just looks at, watches it disappear. Looks at it, watches it disappear. Look at Cano with 39 runs batted in. I did the check on the league stats. Miguel Cabrera, 65 runs batted in on June the 6th.
Fouled away. Cabrera's putting up crazy numbers.
Even crazier than last year when he won the Triple Crown.
He's well ahead of his pace in terms of average home runs and runs batted in.
What a hitter.
All those Triple Crown categories. What do you make of Chris Davis? He and Cabrera are both 1 and 2 in all the offensive categories in the American League.
Yeah, I think Davis leads the league in home runs.
Yeah.
But Cabrera has a 13 coming in today, had an RBI lead of 13 on Davis. That's a good 2 weeks.
Robbie Cano fouls it away, staying alive. So Miguel Cabrera at 373. That's his average. Unbelievable. And whenever I see that, I just round up. He's flirting with 400. So here's the 0-2 to Cano. And a swing and a miss. Got him inside, 2 away.
Good pitch from Bevan. Hard breaking ball down and in. Yeah, Cano's going to go right over the top. Watch this just disappear down and in, and there's a strikeout. Second strikeout for Bevan. By the way, Cabrera just went 3 for 4 today with another RBI and a run scored. The Tigers won.
Everybody else is playing baseball. He's playing wiffle ball.
Yeah, it's his league. Everybody else just happens to be in it.
Mark Teixeira backed up Cano with a solo home run back in the third, so he's got 3 home runs since coming off the DL.
This time the Mariners will shift in the infield, but the outfield's just about straight away. So the feeling is if he hits the ball on the ground, it's going to go to the right side, and in the outfield, he's capable of hitting it anywhere, and even over the fence where it doesn't matter where they're playing.
Fastball misses away. 3-0 count to Teixeira.
He took a quick look at Robbie Thompson. Robbie Thompson didn't move, so that means he might have the green light. Well, Teixeira doesn't really, it's really going to have to sent up there on the tee for him to swing at it. Yeah. He'd take it all the way. I have a feeling if he likes this one, he's going to make a pass at it.
Big swing and a miss, 3-2.
Good two-seam fastball moving down and away from Bevan.
And goes breaking ball and got Teixeira looking. So a couple strikeouts here in the top of the fourth for Blake Bevan. We'll take it to the bottom of the fourth with the Yankees leading it 6-0.
Klondike's 5 seconds to glory. Paul versus the dreaded death circle.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
We're headed the same way, right?
Yeah.
After you.
It's all in how you get there. The SRX from Cadillac, awarded best interior design of any luxury brand.
Lease this 2013 SRX for around $399 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
I gotta go deposit a check, transfer some money. So, it's your uncle's turn.
What? Wait. No, wait.
So you can deposit a check with the touch of a finger. So you can arrange a transfer in the blink of an eye. So you can help make a bond.
I got it.
That lasts a lifetime. The Chase mobile app. So you can.
You'll see a lot on these streets. Things that make you smile. Things that inspire. You'll even see things you didn't see coming. Introducing the 2013 Honda Accord with Lane Watch. In a place that has it all, you need a car that can help you see it all. Check out this great lease offer on a Honda Accord today. Try Honda dealers. Not just smart, street smart.
And we are back in the bottom of the fourth with a look at the answer to today's New York State Smokers Quitline quiz. Since '65, the Yanks have had the #1 overall pick in the draft twice. What two players did they select with the top pick? Kenny, you're on the clock.
One was Brian Taylor, pitcher, who somewhat tragically had his arm injured in a fight. And I got a clue on the second one. I believe it was Ron Bloomberg.
Here we go.
Survey said.
You're right. Where'd you get that one? You reached deep for that one.
For Ron Bloomberg or Brian Taylor?
No, Bloomberg.
I had to reach deep for both of them.
I can tell everybody listening and watching it, Kenny, you went through a few names before he came to that one.
Yeah, of course I did.
It's impressive. Here's Kyle Seager, grounded to second in the first inning.
I don't think quite as sharply at 11:30 at night.
I thought you got in early yesterday to adjust. You just came for the sushi.
Yeah.
I got it.
Let's take a look at the Chrysler Hitter Scouting Report on Kyle Seager. He was all ACC at the University of North Carolina. He was a teammate of Adam Warren's. And right now he is working on a 9-game hitting streak. He had a 16-game hitting streak early this year, and yesterday he made Grand Slam history. The only player in Major League history to hit a Grand Slam to tie a game in extra innings. Unfortunately, the Mariners went on to lose the game 2 innings later. Only player in history to do that. When you think of all the baseball's been around for over 100 years now, he's the only player to hit a grand slam in extra innings to tie a game.
I'm always surprised when I hear stats like that because you think, well, at some point it would have happened 80 years ago. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, yep. Chopper, kind of a check by Seager. And Euclid over one away.
Well, once again, I believe Phil Hughes not relying on the fastball to put a hitter away. That might have been a changeup. And Seager was fooled.
4 ground ball outs for Phil today. He is a fly ball pitcher, but he's getting a few more on the ground.
And let's take a look at that last pitch. Now, it was a breaking ball, and you can see the check swing. Seager thinking he might have dropped out of the zone, but he got too much on it. It was thrown out easily.
Phil Hughes to Raul Ibanez. Ibanez lined out to left field his first time up, and he gets a breaking ball in for strike 1.
Ibanez has been a hot hitter lately. Ooh, almost called by Mike Winters. See him start up with the body to make the strike call, but didn't do it. Ibanez 25 runs batted in the last month.
Staying off speed with him, fouls it away, 1-2. Now, don't you think, though, at least if Hughes' breaking stuff and his off-speed stuff is good enough to be around the strike zone, he's going to at least get the benefit of the doubt a few times.
Yes, he will. He saw Winters almost call it that. But right now, I'm impressed with his breaking ball tonight. He's used it more often than he has in the past.
Ibanez to center, chases Gardner off to his right and into the gap. Got it, 2 away.
His fastball that time, but Ibanez was late on it. I mean, he hit it fairly well, but he didn't square it up. He hadn't seen the fastball the whole at bat. So he's a little late. In fact, it was out of the strike zone. Didn't get on top of it. And the fact that the fences have been moved in. I think one reason why Phil Hughes pitches well here, because the spaciousness of the ballpark. He's a fly ball pitcher. He's 3-0 with a 1.20. And a lot of home balls that are hitting the air here might not be home runs like they are at Yankee Stadium. And once again, a breaking ball strike to Kendrys Morales.
And the thing that stands out is he's not bouncing him in the dirt. He threw a couple to Brendan Ryan last inning, and Ryan ended up getting a single, the only hit of the game for the Mariners so far.
Yeah, he's getting ahead on counts. I think you can't become too predictable. He's got a good fastball, but when hitters can sit there and wait for it, he's coming in with fastball, fastball, fastball. They're going to get hits.
And that'll be a base hit with 2 outs for Kendrys Morales. A little chopper up the middle that Cano just couldn't get to.
And now Morales has himself an 8-game hitting streak. He's a solid hitter, switch hitter. He's getting a chance to play first base now. He'd come over here to the Mariners to be their designated hitter. But Justin Smoke is on the DL. And Morales is now taking over at first base.
Made a highlight type catch yesterday going into foul territory. A little bobble into the seats, and he made the catch. Michael Morse struck out swinging in his first at bat.
Here's what you were talking about, Bob, yesterday. Kendrys Morales on this foul ball. He has it, he does it, he has it again. And says hello to the folks in the first and second row. In, out, and back in again.
And out to right field, and Ichiro. Little Spider-Man, Spidey move off the edge of the stands there.
He takes a look to see where he is, gets up, but the ball's too far back in the seats. You can stand on top of the wall and make the catch. He's probably done that before here.
And the great thing is those people all had their back to him. Nobody had any idea that Ichiro was right there on top of him. 1-1 to Morse. Fastball swing and a miss.
There's that big swing of Morse.
All right, so he's seen the fastball. He swung through it. Let's take one more look at that.
One more look, measuring his steps. Yep, I see the wall. I can get on top of the wall. And everybody's looking over in this direction. Had no idea Ichiro was sneaking up on him.
He swiped somebody's hot dog. Had no idea it's gone. See what Hughes comes with on 1 and 2. Got a fastball by him for the second strike. Goes fastball up and away and misses. 2 and 2.
Now Moore struck out on a breaking ball down and away his first time up. It looked like Hughes is trying to sneak a fastball over the outside corner.
All right, so you've thrown 2 fastballs. You come back breaking ball.
What's the count? 2 and 2? Yeah, might be a good pitch here. No. Fastball and you're going.
The result you want, a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of Morse on the night. Let's go to the top of the 5th rather, with the Yanks up 6-0.
All crossovers give you room for stuff, but the Chevrolet Equinox has a multi-flex sliding rear seat to give you the most rear seat legroom of any 5-passenger vehicle in its class, plus an amazing amount of cargo room. Total flexibility for both, to ingeniously carry people and their stuff. That's American ingenuity to find new roads.
Now get $1,000 customer cash on the 2013 Chevrolet Equinox.
What's something that's slow that you wish was fast?
Turtle.
Really? A turtle?
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'd rather be a slow turtle.
Well,
I know why. Because when you're slower, you won't have to get in the street as fast and get ran over.
But if you're a slow turtle and you're in the middle of the street, what happens? Austin? Exactly.
It's not complicated. Faster is better. And AT&T is the nation's fastest 4G LTE network.
Now when the sun come up, I'll be there to say what up in the morning. I'll be up and away.
Crack open a can of new Kickstart by Mountain Dew. The perfect mix of dew, real fruit juice, and just the right amount of kick. Kickstart your day.
Because no two fathers are exactly alike, right now we're offering buy one, get one free on most everything in the store. So your dad will be the best dressed, no matter what his style. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Nancy Newman in our Yes Studios with your Audi update. Right now, we want to take a look at the Yankees' 2nd and 3rd picks of the draft. With the 32nd pick, the Yankees took outfielder Aaron Judge out of Fresno State. He's 6'7", right-handed bat. The 33rd pick, the Yankees took southpaw Ian Clarkin out of Madison High in the San Diego area. More later, Bob, Kenny.
All right, Nancy, thank you. So the Yankees kind of covering all their bases there, an outfielder, an infielder, and a pitcher.
Good luck to those young men.
6-0 Yankees here in the top of the 5th. Now those last 2 picks were sandwich picks for the free agent signing by the Indians of Nick Swisher, and then the free agent signing by the Nationals of Rafael Soriano. Travis Hafner leading things off here in the top of the 5th. He struck out looking and singled back in that very busy 3rd inning in which the Yankees scored 6 and had 8 hits. He singled one of those 8 hits.
We should say 8 hits in a row. Hitting was contagious that inning.
And Aaron Harang caught a bad flu from that contagiousness. Just lasted 2 1/3 innings. Gave up all 6 runs, all 8 hits.
Well, the good news is he didn't walk anybody.
Always looking for that silver lining.
Well, you know, if you're the pitching coach, it's, hey, you didn't walk anybody.
I don't think Hafner agreed with that one. 1 and 2.
Here's the pitch that's going to swing the count into favor of Bevan. And Hafner might have thought it either was high or maybe even outside.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game for Hafner. Let's go back to Nancy with an update from the studio. Nancy?
Thanks, Bob. Late drama in Boston. Rangers Red Sox bottom 9-3-0. Not anymore. David Ortiz walk-off 3-run blast. Red Sox win the game, and they win the series.
Well, the leaders of the East beating the leaders of the West in the Texas Rangers. Kevin Youkilis, who doubled back in that third inning. So here are the standings with that Red Sox win. The Yanks 2 off the pace. Orioles won as well, and the Rays lost. So Tampa Bay falling 4 off the pace, and the O's 2.5 back.
Well, you can throw a blanket over those first 4 teams in the East.
And I know it's only June, Kenny, but that's probably a reverse order of what everybody thought this division might look like.
Yeah, that's very, very true. But it's going to be interesting. I think this whole season long, I think all the teams in the Eastern Division have their issues. Certain things they're going to have to deal with, particularly the Yankees with their injuries. And maybe starting to get a little more healthy. Teixeira coming back, Youkilis back. The Yankees' pitching has been pretty strong throughout the year.
And for the Blue Jays, they'll be getting Jose Reyes back fairly soon. I'm not sure that helps their cause much, though.
Yeah, because
it's been a huge problem.
I was going to say, because he doesn't pitch. I don't think their starting pitching has been as good as they thought it was going to be.
That went into the upper deck in left field.
I think Yankee fans remember when Gary Sheffield was with the. This kind of reminds me of the foul balls he used to hit. He used to get way out in front, hit them hard, but foul.
Youkilis lifting that one out to right field, and Bay is there. He's gone to right field all 3 times. Does have a double. Well, Sunday night on Yes, Michael Kay sits down with New York Giants head coach Tom Coughlin for a new GMC Presents Center Stage. The 3-time Super Bowl champ discusses his coaching legacy, including Big Blue's memorable win over the Patriots. It's Center Stage Sunday at 9, only on Yes.
He's a Hall of Fame coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 2 Super Bowl championships.
Found a real comfort zone with the Giants. Changed his style a little bit. And it's paid off handsomely. Vernon Wells flown out to right field and singled back in the 3rd. Again, part of that litany of hits, 8 in a row. A swing and a miss.
Yeah,
0-2.
Yeah, sometimes the weakest of hits can get a hitter going. Now, Wells came into the 9th 3 for his last 45. Really struggling, average down to 240. And, sometimes you feel like you're never, ever going to get another hit. Then all of a sudden you chalk one off the end of the bat, falls in. Not only you get a hit, you get a run batted in. Then you begin to think, well, maybe things are going to start going my way.
Chopper to short here. That will not go his way. As Ryan tosses over, and that'll do it. So 2 straight 1-2-3 innings for Bevins as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium in 2013 to see the New York Yankees in action. On Friday, June 21st, when the Yankees take on the Rays, it's a Yankee Stadium tradition, Cap Night. The first 18,000 guests 21 and older will receive a Yankees cap, courtesy of Budweiser. The 2013 New York Yankees, a timeless legacy.
There's nothing like the 2013 Nissan Sentra. It'll keep you moving, connected, and carry you, your friend, your other friends, and their stuff in comfort. Yeah, life at the top is pretty good. Get 0% APR on Sentra, Cars.com's most affordable compact sedan. It's a great choice. Shop at ChooseNissan.com.
You know what's so awesome about the internet? It gets more and more entertaining every day. And once you've got Verizon Fios, that's when you get it. America's fastest, most reliable internet takes your entertainment to ridiculous levels.
I was streaming videos, movies, music. Once I realized how fast it was, that's when I got it.
It's your last chance to get Fios for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Technology that makes life more entertaining. That's powerful.
Hey, Yankees fans, follow Meredith Marakovitz on Twitter.
It's interesting. A lot of fans are kind of clamoring on Twitter.
You'll get early game day lineups, injury updates, and breaking news from the ballpark. Plus, see special behind-the-scenes pics of her tours of the town. So if you want access, adventure, and insider info, follow M_Marakovitz on Twitter.
And we're back at Safeco Field. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Medical Center. Inspired Medicine. Players currently on the DL: Curtis Granderson, A-Rod, Francisco Cervelli, Eduardo Nunez with that oblique, and he's had a little bit of a setback. Derek Jeter out, and Michael Pineda. Maybe the closest there, Pineda. Getting good reports on him. No problems with the surgically repaired shoulder, Kenny, so maybe he can have an impact this season. Bottom of the 5th inning, and it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Phil Hughes. Hughes has allowed just a couple hits through the first 4 innings.
When the Mariners were back at Yankee Stadium in May playing the Yankees and taking 2 out of 3 in that series, they did it the hard way. The Yankees won the first game, the Mariners won the next 2. Nick Franklin wasn't with the team. He was at Tacoma. And they called him up. He was hitting over 300. Called him up, played second base, former #1 draft pick, young man out of Florida. 394 games in the minor leagues. He hit .287, switch hitter. Has some decent speed. Right now sitting on a 3-game hitting streak. Has a chance to make second base his for a long time.
How do you like the double ear flaps for the switch hit?
Nah, I don't like that. No. I mean, you only have to worry about one helmet.
Right.
But, you know, it's the big leagues. You could have one of each, you know. Double ear flaps. You're right. It does. Not me.
Every time I see that, it's like what is it from the Flintstones? The Great Gazoo. Hello, dum-dum. I was just saying that in general, by the way. That's no reflection on Nick Franklin.
No, but, you know, if he hits 324 at the big league level, he can wear 2 helmets up there if he wants. I think Shane Victorino does the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, he does. Well, I guess it's okay then.
Swing and a miss, another strikeout for Phil Hughes. Now, earlier we mentioned just a short time ago Michael Pineda and where he's at. And Meredith Marakovitz is with us. Meredith, what's the latest on Pineda?
Well, you showed that whole list of injuries as a whole, Bob, and it seems to be getting smaller now with Kevin Youkilis and Mark Teixeira with the big league club. And now it looks as though the clock will finally start on Michael Pineda. He's scheduled to begin a 30-day minor league rehab assignment with the Single-A Tampa Yankees come Saturday. So at the end of that, the Yankees will be forced to decide whether or not they think he can help the big club. If the case is yes, then obviously he'll be brought up here. If they don't believe that he's ready to help this club, he'll be optioned to AAA and he'll continue working down there.
Do they still feel comfortable kind of waiting things out? Do they feel okay with where their pitching's at right now?
I believe they do, because if you look at the back end of that bullpen, Bob, they've been doing a tremendous job all season long, the way it's set up. You have, obviously, David Robertson, your 8th inning guy, Mariano Rivera. Not too many people have been better than him this season. And you look at the 7th inning, Java Chamberlain came back, and Joe Girardi was actually asked earlier today, whether or not Java was still the 7th inning guy. He had a rough outing a couple of days ago, and Joe said right now, you know what, I still do believe he's my 7th inning guy, but you have the emergence of guys like Sean Kelly, also Preston Claiborne, a younger guy that's come up and really filled in serviceably. They've opened some eyes, but Joe Girardi's still confident that Java can get it done in that 7th, but did say he wouldn't be afraid to mix and match if it comes to that.
Well, Saunders flew out to center field 2 away, and that'll bring up Kelly Shopik with 2 away.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Java before the game today, and he was talking about that oblique injury, and he, while he was down there on rehab, he said it's just as much mental for a pitcher to come back from an oblique as it would be from an arm injury, because you want to be able to trust the fact that you can turn and just deliver a ball without any pain. He said once he got that out of his mind that he had the possibility of hurting himself again, that he knew he was ready to go, because he came back throwing 97, 98 miles an hour.
And as we talk about Michael Pineda, it's always interesting when that trade was made with Seattle and they got Jesus Montero, the Mariners did. Everybody thought at that time it was a win for the Mariners. It always takes time for trades to pan out, and it certainly, with Pineda going down and not having pitched a major league inning for him yet, didn't work out and didn't look favorable at first, Kenny.
Yeah.
But now he's getting close to being back, and Montero now was demoted to AAA, and then not only that, he tore his meniscus in his knee, so he's going to have surgery.
Yeah, and I was watching a few Mariner games because I knew I was going to come out here and do a series while Montero was still in the big leagues, and he was having a lot of trouble throwing the ball to second base to catch base runners. He wasn't throwing anybody out, and he wasn't hitting particularly well. I think that his confidence level was down, and the Mariners sent him to the minor league.
And you see the other guys, Dustin Ackley sent down to AAA, and the Justin Smoke on the DL with that oblique. And obliques, as you said, are a dicey thing. Might be more than just 15 days.
And we can see what has happened with Eduardo Nunez. He just can't seem to shake it.
Well, I don't know if anybody started a study, but you noticed how many more reports we have, guys going on the DL with oblique injuries over the past couple of years? I don't know if that's because they concentrate on the core and working those muscles more than they did in the past.
Yeah, maybe they get wound a little too tight in there, and turn and fire, trying to swing or throw a ball, and all of a sudden you've got something that gives way.
.72 pitches here in the 5th for Phil Hughes, trying to get Kelly Shopik for another 1-2-3 inning. And looks like he will. Shopik popping it up to the right side. Robbie Cano back onto the outfield grass, but gives way for Ichiro for the final out. So Phil Hughes now 5 strikeouts, another 1-2-3 inning, and we're on to the top of the 6th with the Yanks up by 6.
When it comes to quitting smoking, don't strike out. Get free help. Call the New York State Smokers Quit Line at 1-866-NY-QUITS. That's 1-866-697-8487.
Nickelodeon Suites Resort wants you and your family to have the slime of your life. You could win a family trip to Orlando, where you'll get to meet Nickelodeon characters, enjoy live Nickelodeon entertainment, thrilling 4D experience shows, and yes, get slimed, all at Nick Hotel. Kids will experience the wildest, slimiest, zaniest entertainment and events in Orlando, Florida. Prize includes budget car rental and tickets to SeaWorld. For your chance to win, visit nickhotel.com/sweeps. Brought to you by Nickelodeon Suites Resort.
I just can't keep up with these bills anymore. What am I going to do?
When are these collection calls going to stop?
Bankruptcy can eliminate your debt. Stop those harassing creditor calls. Unfreeze bank accounts. Stop wage garnishment and foreclosure.
And remember, bankruptcy is not the end. It's a new beginning.
For your free consultation, call the law offices of David I. Pankin, PC at 888-LAW-9600. That's 888-529-9600.
This is a special announcement for anyone facing credit card debt.
I thought this company was supposed to help settle our debt.
We can help cut.
That's what they told us on the phone.
Well, what are we going to do now?
Most debt settlement programs don't work. Bankruptcy can eliminate your debt and stop those harassing creditor calls and lawsuits.
If you are facing financial difficulties, remember, bankruptcy is not the end. It's a new beginning.
For your free consultation, call the law offices of David I. Pankin, PC at 888-LAW-9600. That's 888-529-9600.
Well, Yankees fans, Yankee Summer Flex plans are now available, starting at just 6 games. Flex plans give fans the ability to choose games that fit their schedule. Pick out preferred seating locations for games against Yankees' biggest rivals, save money off the advance ticket price, and receive access to Yankees postseason pre-on sale. For more information, call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com. And we're back at Safeco Field as we head to the top of the 6th inning. It was a big 3rd inning. It gave the Yankees a 6-0 lead. Bob Lorenz, Ken Singleton, and Meredith Marakovitz with you. First game of a 10-game West Coast trip. We're here in Seattle with the Yankees leading it 6-0. And a longtime Seattle mainstay, Ichiro, leads things off here in the top of the 6th. Blake Bevan has done a nice job in relief of Aaron Harang, who lasted just 2 1/3 innings and gave up all 6 runs on 8 hits in the top of the 3rd.
Okay.
Ichiro flew out to right field his first at bat and came up with an RBI single as part of that big 3rd inning. And this time pops one up to the left side. Kyle Seager calls for it, and he's got it, 1 away. Well, a beautiful look at Safeco Field. Obviously, the roof open tonight. That's the roof out in right field on the just rolls across on the tracks. Close very quickly if needed, but tonight they don't need it.
It's an amazing feat of engineering, that roof. Unfolds in sections. And I believe it takes like 15 minutes to totally cover the field. And it doesn't totally enclose the stadium. You still have an outdoor feel because it's sort of like a carport.
Jason Nix down the line, foul and into the stands. Nix has a single and 2 at-bats. And again, you look the open air, that roof rolls across from right field over to left field. But it does leave the openings behind the scoreboard, out into left field, and over along foul territory along the first base side. Ground ball to short. Ryan across. Got him by a step, 2 away. And that'll bring up the only Yankee without a hit tonight, and that's the catcher, Austin Romine. He is struck out swinging, and he grounded 3rd.
Yeah, I've always mentioned there always seems to be one guy who doesn't get the invitation to the party, but the party's not over.
Maybe that invitation was stamped and mailed before they left New York.
Yeah.
So it is Seattle, 2,800 miles away. It just hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, that's true, but it is
delivered to him in the dugout.
They could have sent him an email.
Just text him the invitation.
Well, I've been that guy where everybody else has a hit, and you don't get one.
Grounder to 3rd. And a 1-2-3 inning, the 3rd straight 1-2-3 inning for Bevan. He's quieted the Yankees, but not before their 3rd inning uprising.
The internship is hilarious.
You heard?
With a ton of heart.
I really didn't expect to like you. You're welcome. I aim to please.
Vince and Owen are comic gold.
My mom says alcohol numbs the brain.
When it's working correctly, she's absolutely right.
The internship. Rated PG-13.
Hey, Sparky, what's going on?
Yeah, what's you're hiding? The secret plans for our soapbox derby racer. We've got to destroy him. How? We'll eat him. Yeah.
Or you could use your Swingline Stack and Shred shredder that you order from WBMason.com. It'll shred 500 pages and you just drop it all in.
Sure beats eating all these secrets. Who but WB Mason? For the brands you want, buy right.
Summer is here. And so too is the summer event. Now get an incredible offer on the powerful, efficient C250 Sport Sedan with an agility control sport tune suspension. But hurry before this opportunity disappears. The Mercedes-Benz summer event ends soon.
Last weekend, sneak preview audiences went crazy for the internship.
For real.
It's the laugh out loud. What? Stand up and cheer.
That's amazing.
Feel good comedy of the summer.
We're in this together. You sweet son of a...
The Internship. Rated PG-13.
This weekend, the Yankees are in Seattle to finish a 4-game matchup with the Mariners. Series coverage continues tomorrow night at 9. Then Saturday at 3, it's an afternoon matinee from Safeco. And Sunday, catch the series finale starting at 3. Tomorrow at 9. Saturday and Sunday at 3. This weekend, only on Yes.
Well, this ball game tonight is all about the Yankee third inning. And when you watch what happened in that third, it was all about the bats coming alive. Base hit, home run, another homer, base hit, double, little flip single, another base hit. 8 was enough. 8 hits in a row for the Yankees to score 6 runs.
And as we take a look at our game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer, Cano his 15th homer, Teixeira his 3rd, Wells and Ichiro each with an RBI single. And again, that 6th spot in the 3rd has stood the test of time into the 6th there. And in the bottom of the 6th, it is Phil Hughes. We should also mention Hughes pitching very well. Counteract the Mariners bats. He's allowed just 2 hits and struck out 5 as we work here in the 6th inning.
And he has not walked anybody. He's used his breaking ball more frequently tonight.
Goes off speed and away and misses 1-1. Brendan Ryan is the shortstop. He has one of the 2 hits for the Mariners tonight, a single back in the 3rd.
Drops in breaking ball strike.
Brandon, we're down 6-0. We don't need a bunt.
Did you hear that, Fan? Did you hear what he said? No. He said, Brendan, we're down 6-0. We don't need a bunt. So the interesting things come out of the stands.
Always interesting placement of the microphones as well to pick up the ambient noise. 1-2 pitch.
Actually, at this point, they could use anything to get something going.
Come on, Brandon, you can beat this guy. Got nothing.
Two-two pitch to Ryan. Tries to go inside, misses. Full count, 3-2.
All right, Ryan had a 3-2 count his first time up. Got a fastball out of the plate, just slapped it into right field for a hit. I was just watching Robbie Cano, and he took one more step to his left.
Payoff pitch. And pops that one up. And Romine and Teixeira give it a look and nothing more.
Cano took the step to his left because Ryan hit the ball to his left on the 3-2 pitch the first time around.
This is where Hughes has been better tonight, but against that at bat and Ryan, as Ken mentioned in the 3rd, he got to a full count. Ryan able to extend it, then get a base hit.
Yeah, this count has gotten full a little differently. Before it was 0-2, and then he got the 3-2, and this time it's been a few strikes mixed in.
Pop straight up and behind the plate. Another look by Romine, and that's it.
And what Ryan has done here, Bob, is he's gotten him to a full count, leading off an inning, and you just expect fastball. The Yankees have a 6-0 lead. Phil Hughes would like Ryan to put the ball in play. Just hit it somewhere, and preferably at somebody.
Leadoff walk here in the 6th.
Yeah, he went to a breaking ball and missed with it. And with a 6-run lead, yeah, it's an okay pitch if it works. But you got 6 runs. You got 6 runs. Throw it in there. See what Ryan can do with it. He's batting 9th for a reason. He's hitting .214 for a reason.
Well, what he hopes now is that he can get a ground ball off the bat of Bay and get a double play. Robbie Cano playing just on the shortstop side of second base. First pitch swinging to center field. Gardner measuring it. 2 steps on the track, and he got him. 1 away as Ryan tags, and he's in safely. So heads up base running there by Ryan to get in scoring position. That'll be the first runner in scoring position against Hughes tonight.
Well, if you're 6 runs down, you better make it if you're going to take a chance on the bases. Ryan has pretty good speed. The ball was hit fairly deep to left center field. It chased Brett Gardner to the warning track and near the wall. Ryan thinking right away, I'm going to head for second. And he makes it, even though it's a pretty good throw from Gardner to make it close.
Let's take one more look at that, Ken, with the Yes-Mo brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer.
Long throw is a good one, but Ryan is in there. And he becomes the first Mariner to get into scoring position tonight.
He's on second, 1 away, and Kyle Seager, base hit up the middle. Hard hit to Gardner, who scoops it on 1 hop, fires home, and that ball cut off by Teixeira. No shot for Ryan to score there because the ball was hit so hard, and Gardner was right on top of it.
Yeah, Seager's been the hottest hitter for the Mariners lately. He now has himself a 10-game hitting streak as he chases Ryan to third. So the tag up now has Ryan at third base with 1 out. You can see how hard the ball was hit, and when you're down 6 runs, third base coach Jeff Datt says, no, I'm not going to sing it.
So the Mariners trying to get something going finally offensively tonight against Phil Hughes. Runners at first and third here in the bottom of the 6th. And Hughes' arch rival or arch nemesis Raul Ibanez at the plate. Ibanez is lined to left and flown out to center. Hitting well with runners in scoring position this season. .333 hitter, 3 homers, and 18 runs batted in, and Hughes in with a strike, 0-1.
Third base coach is Darren Brown. He was called up. He had been the manager at Tacoma. Jeff Datt is currently undergoing cancer treatment, so we hope he comes back quickly.
Hughes goes off speed. A breaking ball misses. 1-1.
You mentioned Ibanez. The last month he has driven in 25 runs. So he's been very good in these situations for the Mariners.
And out to left field. Vernon Wells going to have to race in, but it's Nix going out to make the catch. And fires into Euclid, 2 away. So good hustle there from the shortstop position by Nix as that ball just flicked into shallow left field.
Yeah, Brendan Ryan did not tag up that time. The ball wasn't hit all that far into the outfield, and you can see it might have been a tough play for Jason Nix. Remember, he's moving away, but they're down 6 runs. You know, that's it. If you tag up and the shortstop makes the play, that's something you're going to try with the game tied in the 9th inning. You know, it still might have been difficult to make it, even though Nix made a nice running catch away from the ball, away from home plate.
2 away. Kendrys Morales has flown to left and singled. But Kenny, as a base runner, don't you at least have to tag up on that with a guy running away from?
Well, he wasn't sure whether Wells is going to get. If Wells catches it, there's no way he's going to make it. And he's just hoping if he goes halfway, the ball falls in and then he can score. He's kind of caught in no man's land right there. But when you're down 6 runs, you got to take it easy.
And another pop to the left side. Youkilis backing up, gives way to Nix. And Nix got him, so Hughes gets out of a jam. They're a leadoff walk and a single. Put runners in scoring position, but it's now still 6-0.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium in 2013 to see the New York Yankees in action. On Sunday, June 23rd, celebrate the glorious history of the New York Yankees with the 67th Annual Old Timers Day festivities, presented by Ernst & Young. Come see your favorite Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field one more time for the 67th Annual Old Timers Day.
Staying cool all night requires refreshment. And refreshment means Coors Light. Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With 2-stage cold activation and mountains that turn blue. All so you know exactly when your Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies. Let's get the night started. Frost brewed Coors Light, the night's most refreshing beer.
With the new Subway $4 lunch, you so got it made. Tons of fully loaded 6-inch subs and 21-ounce drinks to choose from. Just $4 all day, every day.
Subs made just the way I say. I got it made.
Yep, the spicy Italians included, the meatball marinara, the egg and cheese omelet, and many more. And it's always made exactly the way you say. You so got it made. Hurry in today for the new Subway $4 lunch.
At Subway.
CBS FM 101.1 with your favorite songs from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. CBS FM 101.1, New York's greatest hits.
Let's take a look at Friday's starting pitchers, brought to you by Verizon Fios, making life more entertaining with America's fastest, most reliable internet. That is powerful. Hiroki Kuroda looking for win number 7 and continuing his stellar season, going up against Jeremy Bonderman, 0-1, an ERA north of 13. Our coverage begins with the batting practice show at 9 o'clock on Yes.
Yeah, Bonderman, an interesting story. Has been out of the game for a little while because of a shoulder surgery, more than one. Former Detroit Tiger.
Take a look at the score on the Cadillac scoreboard. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Yankees, all of those coming in that 3rd inning. Mariners have 3 hits, and that's it against Phil Hughes on our Cadillac scoreboard. Brett Gardner leading things off here, top of the 7th. Blake Bevan has done a nice job in relief, 3 straight 1-2-3 innings against the Yankees. Gardner has a single and a run scored. You know, you've got Kuroda going tomorrow, Kenny, and I think you always want to start off well on any sort of road trip. But when you come out for the grind of 10 games on the West Coast, you've got Phil Hughes pitching tonight. No guarantee he'll win, but he's in a good spot. And then you back that up with Kuroda. That's a good way to start a road trip.
It is.
Brett Gardner lifting one out to center. Michael Saunders will put it away, 1 away. So let's take a look at what's ahead for the Yankees on this West Coast swing. And you've got 4 in Seattle and the off day Monday before they play 3 in Oakland against the A's and then 3 against the Angels in Anaheim. A's have been a tough team this year.
I think they've won 16 of their last 19 games, and that was a tough spot for the Yankees last year. They went to Oakland twice last year, and I believe the second time in it, they were swept. Oh, the A's are a very formidable team. The Angels have been somewhat disappointing this year. I think Phil Hughes, one thing he's done tonight, Bob, he's kind of living up to the scouting report, feeling safe at Safeco. 3-0 in this ballpark with a 1.20 ERA in his career. 3 of his 4 wins against the Mariners are here in this park. And tonight he's living up to the billing. He hasn't given up a run, just 3 hits.
Robbie Cano, hot shot to first. Kendrys Morales will have it. 2 away. The other nice thing about this stop in Seattle, Ken, is they don't have to face the top 2 pitchers for the Mariners. They do face King Felix coming up on Sunday, but they dodged Hisashi Iwakuma, who pitched yesterday. Pitched scoreless baseball, obviously, in that 16-inning game.
Yeah, he won 8 shutout innings and came away with a no decision. Very effective. You know, when you look at the alphabet, H is followed by I, and you have Hernandez followed by Iwakuma. And the Yankees are going to miss one of them.
And with CC Sabathia pitching yesterday, the Mariners will dodge him on this stop.
Yeah, I can remember road trips years ago going into Anaheim and hoping that either Frank Tanana or Nolan Ryan had pitched previously, and we'd miss one of them. And I'm thinking if we see both of them, I've got 6 strikeouts coming up pretty soon.
Kept a close eye on the box score to see who a couple days before pitched for the Angels.
There's Iwakuma, who's been one of the best pitchers in the American League this year. He's 6-1 with a 1.94 earned run average. He's outdoing Felix Hernandez.
And I believe his ERA at home is 1.08.
Yeah, he's the league's hitting just 192 against Iwakuma this year.
1-2 coming up to Teixeira. This is up high, 2-2. Evans on a nice little run. He's retired 13 straight Yankees since they exploded in that 3rd inning against Aaron Harang.
Bevan just called up today. He's trying to make sure he sticks around. Hector Noese, the former Yankee, got the loss in yesterday's 16-inning game, and he threw quite a few pitches. That's why he was sent out to get a fresh arm.
Teixeira stays alive, fouls that one off. And then you were telling me the closer for the White Sox, Addison Reed.
Oh, man.
How many pitches did he throw? I mean, think about it. Closers usually throw, let's even say 10 to 20 pitches.
He threw at least 60 because he's the one who gave up the 5 in the bottom half of the 14th inning. And he was the last pitcher the White Sox had.
Wow.
They're thinking he was going to close out the game.
Teixeira pops that one up. Shopik makes the out, so 14 in a row. Retired by Bevan. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Yanks up 6-0.
The day that I found out she had cancer, it was hard, and I just lost it. It was in her right leg. I was definitely afraid she would never walk again. The doctors in Montefiore removed Crystal's tumor and created an adjustable device that grows with her. As of today, she's cancer-free. Crystal's running and jumping everywhere now. She's back to being a normal kid. They gave us back the life that we love to live.
How do you know it's a Quiznos sub? Quality ingredients like cilantro jalapeno slaw and applewood smoked pulled pork. That's how you know. Try the new barbecued pulled pork subs. Get a small for just $2.99 for a limited time, only at Quiznos.
Around here, you could pass 1,000 coffee shops before you hit a gas station. So it pays to have a car like Ford Fusion. With an available EcoBoost engine that has an EPA estimated rating of up to 33 highway MPG and power to spare. All at a price that won't keep you up at night. Yeah, we're with you. Now get a Ford Fusion for just $169 a month, only from your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Nancy Newman in our Yes Studios with your Tri-State Ford update. Extras, A's and White Sox. Adam Rosales facing Matt Thornton. He belted fair inside the foul pole. 5-4 Oakland. They are so hot. Winners of 17 of 20. A half game back of Texas in the AL West. Bob and Kenny.
Nancy, thank you. A's continue to play winning baseball, and the White Sox continue to play extra inning games. After 16 innings here yesterday, they played 10. Well, to vote for the Chevy Player of the Game, want to remind you, go to votechevy.com. Results will be revealed in the postgame show.
You know, we had Nancy with that update. And I think of when we have the games out here on the West Coast, Bob, and you're back there. I know Nancy's got the job tonight, and the fact is, when you guys leave the studio, you have to turn the lights out. Your last one there, right?
We do, yeah. I make sure the air's off. 6-0 on the Cadillac scoreboard. Everybody, you know, I've shut down the air conditioning system and all the lights.
Yeah, the good news is there's no traffic that late at night, though.
Yeah, unless they're doing construction on the interstate, and you're still stuck even at 3 in the morning. Big swing and a miss by Michael Morse. Morse leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th against Phil Hughes, and Hughes has owned him so far, a couple strikeouts. Now, Kenny, you like the regular time games, the 7 o'clock starts when you're in studio, right?
Yeah, those are just beautiful. Yeah. I've got a series coming up with you, I think, when Texas comes to Yankee Stadium.
Yep, it's a midweek series, right?
Yeah.
We'll make sure you're fed well.
Yeah, oh, you always do. An assortment of candies and candy bars. There's just, you know,
there are plenty.
Yeah, that's true. I always. Do you have a favorite candy bar, Bob?
No, I don't. I just like chocolate.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
You know, maybe we should get the fans on Twitter to what's their favorite candy bars.
That would be good to know.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes it's folks like things with like Snickers, nuts. Other times, you know, like peanut M&Ms. I do like peanut M&Ms. Those are probably some of my favorites.
Okay, but that's not really a candy bar.
No, you're right. How about a Kit Kat, something with a little candy, little crunch in it?
Yeah. Morse now has the hat trick.
I completely lost track of the game. What happened? We're talking chocolate.
That's his 3rd strikeout. Mike Morse down 3 times, 6 strikeouts now for Phil Hughes.
She got a little chocolate in that ice cream. Is that chocolate-covered popcorn? See, now I'm stuck in chocolate.
I got to go with a chunky bar. It's the shape. You can fit it. You can actually hide it in the palm of your hand. Nobody even knows. You don't have to share that way.
And I'll bet it's really delicious once it sits in your palm of your hand for about 10 seconds.
The raisins and the peanuts, and it's just, that's my favorite candy bar.
I'm gonna make a note of that next time you visit.
Thanks.
You know what though? I have added something when you come in. I've added dark chocolate malted milk balls, and they are a fan favorite right now.
Is that game going on?
It's, you know, it is hard to focus when you start talking food. Especially on Yes After Dark. 6 strikeouts for Hughes tonight. 0-2 to Nick Franklin. Now, you mentioned it, Kenny. Victorino wears the double ear flaps.
Shane Victorino, you know, he's had a lengthy career. He's been a star player, an all-star. Maybe it's the same for Nick Franklin in the future. Might start a trend.
Now, I wonder in the winter when it's cold, do they favor the double ear flap thing that they can pull down with the like fuzzy ear flaps? Or do they just go with a beanie? Oh, Kenny, you might like those too. Little ice cream. Nibblins.
It looks like it's a Shaquille O'Neal size.
Another strikeout. Hey, MLB.TV is celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. And Kenny, I know you have that package. To you, it's like chocolate-covered goodness, isn't it?
No, I was watching games today back at the hotel. Because we're out west here and everything else is already underway.
You get your money's worth out of that thing.
Right. Michael Saunders hasn't been getting his money's worth lately. He's 10 for his last 70.
0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, he got off to a decent start this year, but all of a sudden he's just hit a bad stretch of road here. A lot of construction.
See, it's never good when you have construction. And he's getting near the interstate.
Yeah, he is. He got off to a great start this year. He's a native from Canada and played for the WBC Canadian team, and he made the all-WBC tournament team. I thought this was a mid-sprint when I saw the stats yesterday, but they're in there again today. These numbers are in there again today. He hit 727 during the World Baseball Classic for Canada. He hit an airplane. That's what he hit. 727.
Funny you mentioned that. He's playing in the land of Boeing here.
Yeah, that's true.
Seattle. Phil Hughes still looking for that put-away pitch here in the 7th. Looking to finish off Saunders by striking out the side. Instead, a fly ball to left field. Vernon Wells in the corner, and he's got it. So for Hughes, through 7 impressive innings with the Yanks leading at 6-0.
You should be asking yourself, what is sweetness? Without little bites.
All hail to the drinking man!
Be careful, Angus.
In its 100-plus years of existence, all of the improvements in the automotive industry have been on the automobiles themselves. Sadly, never in the way they were sold. Until now. Nissan of Manhattan introduces their revolutionary one price, our best price car buying experience. Unlike other car dealers, they start by offering you their best price up front, not their worst. This eliminates any need for haggling or negotiation, something an overwhelming majority of car buyers agree is the worst part of buying a car. So unlike the typical car dealership, you're not pressured by commissioned salesmen. Instead, you deal with one and only one product specialist, a highly trained person empowered to handle the entire transaction from beginning to end. A professional who works on salary, not on commission. So their only motivation is getting you the best price for your new vehicle, not their worst. It's as easy as it sounds. One price, our best price. Only at Nissan of Manhattan. The new way to buy a car.
Dibbidi-dibbidi-do.
Para di dubidi-bida?
Bibo!
Dibby-dibby.
Ibby-dibby.
Ippy-dappy-dippy-da.
Bada-booty-bada-bo.
Ibidi-bida-bido?
Not understanding math and science can make it impossible to get by in today's job market.
Biddy-baba.
Inspire your kids to learn the language of math and science. Visit connectamillionminds.com.
Ippy-boo-boo-nabby-da.
Well, Cablevision customers, you won't have to miss a game again now that you can watch live Yes Network Yankees games on your PCs or laptops with Optimum Online. Get a full season of live Yankees games on the go for just $29.99. If you're an Optimum customer who watches Yes on Optimum TV, go to YesNetwork.com to get more information and subscribe now. We've seen another offensive outpouring from the Yankees in this game so far. 6-0 is the score as we head to the top of the 8th, and Travis Hafner will lead things off. Hafner struck out a couple times, and he singled back in that 6-run third.
Well, the third inning's been the inning of where the Yankees just came alive. They haven't done much against Bevan since he's come into the game.
And for the Mariners, 7 shutout innings Phil Hughes has recorded on our Hyundai scoreboard. First pitch breaking ball misses to Travis Hafner.
Yeah, Bevan has retired 14 Yankees in a row since he's come in the game. But it looked like the horse was already out of the barn door. The Yankees scored 6 runs on 8 hits off Aaron Harang, the Mariners starter.
Now the Mariners, Kenny, we know have struggled, but you wonder if they are feeling some of the after effects of that near 6-hour game yesterday against the White Sox. Hafner laces one out into left field for a leadoff base hit here in the 8th.
First Yankee to reach base against Bevan, who came on and has done an outstanding job. The Yankees' first hit since the 3rd inning. And here's the base hit. Second hit of the night off the bat of Travis Hafner. Solid single to left center field.
And that'll bring up Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis has hit the ball well tonight. A couple fly-outs to right field that were well struck, and then a double back in that third. Chopper to shortstop. He gets second for one. On to first and a double play. So Bevan helping himself out there and getting a little help from his teammates with a twin killing.
Even with the slight bobble by Ryan at shortstop, and it looked like the ball might have got him on the hand a little bit. And we'll see it on Yes Mo. Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. You can see it kind of rolls up his arm. Still plenty of time to turn to double play as Franklin turns it over to Morales at first base.
And 2 away now, and Vernon Wells. Wells 1 for 3. Fly ball to right field, a single, and a ground ball to short. Lifts one out to shallow center field. And Saunders is there, and that'll do it. So a leadoff single by Hafner, a double play, and a fly ball, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. 6-0 Yanks.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, it's just, I've moved on.
So that's it. We're done.
Yeah, I just want something fresh, something exciting.
I thought we had a good thing going.
I mean, she's got experience.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
You'll be fine.
Why?
Limpy, subs with experience, serving you for almost 50 years.
Do you mind if me and, Yeah, man, no problem. Awesome.
Edge of your seat excitement. Back in your seat performance. The 2013 Chevy Camaro, starting at $23,345. Visit your local Chevy dealer.
You know what's so awesome about the internet? It gets more and more entertaining every day. And once you've got Verizon Fios, that's when you get it. America's fastest, most reliable internet takes your entertainment to ridiculous levels.
I was streaming videos, movies, music. Once I realized how fast it was, that's when I got it.
It's your last chance to get Fios for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Technology that makes life more entertaining. That's powerful.
While many office suppliers love to throw their customers curveballs, only WB Mason delivers their fastball right down the middle 100% of the time. Order by 11:30 a.m. and you receive your delivery same day guaranteed. Who but WB Mason?
Well, in our pitcher scouting report tonight, we said that Phil Hughes is going to have to eat more innings, and he is doing it tonight. So far through 7 innings, he has been outstanding. 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk. He's used his breaking ball very well. And he got into trouble in the 6th inning. The Mariners had put runners in scoring position for the only time tonight. He got a couple of pop-ups to get out of the jam. There's Kendrys Morales with the pop-up to shortstop Jason Nix. And Phil Hughes has done an outstanding job tonight. He's still in there in the 8th inning.
So you see what he's done. His high of pitches, 118 this season, averages about 94, but Joe Girardi sends him back out there. 104 pitches under his belt tonight. As Kenny mentioned, the 7 strikeouts, just 3 hits. And first pitch swinging there by Kelly Shopick in the bottom of the 8th.
And only 1 runner to get into scoring position.
Boone Logan up in the bullpen. Now, what do you think this start means to Hughes? And the reason I ask that is he has been riding a roller coaster lately. Last start against the Mariners back in the Bronx, that was the clunker. Lasted just 2/3 of an inning. Had a nice one after that. Followed that with a rough one against the Red Sox. And now this start in Safeco.
Oh, well, he's got to feel pretty good about himself tonight. And I think one thing that we see the difference getting his breaking ball over consistently for strikes, particularly early in the game. And what that does, it sets up further at bats. The hitters go up there looking for it, and all of a sudden, pop the fastball, gets a pop up, gets ground ball, and he's been very good. Plus the 7 strikeouts. And when I look at the 7 strikeouts, 5 of them have been swinging, so he's been kind of overpowering too.
9 hits for the Yanks, just 3 against Hughes for the Mariners on the Hyundai scoreboard. Now, I'm going to ask you to get in the mind of Phil Hughes a little bit. Last time out against the Mariners, embarrassed at home, 2/3 of an inning. They roughed him up. Think that was in his mind tonight, a little payback?
Yeah, certainly. And we also mentioned he's pitched well here against the Mariners. And so he's kind of following the script that has been played before in this ballpark. If he wins tonight, and it looks like he's going to, he's going to go 4-0 in this ballpark with an earned run average around 1.
Pop into foul territory. Youkilis gives it a look and a few rows behind the dugout.
So there are certain places where you feel comfortable as a hitter, and the same thing can apply to pitching. It could be something that he feels comfortable on the mound. I've heard pitchers say it looks like the catcher's just in front of me. According to the way the backstop is laid out, as you see Preston Claiborne, the right-hander, Boone Logan, the left-hander. It appears that one of them is going to come in and pitch in the 9th inning. If Hughes can get through this inning.
One, 2, and misses away 2-2. Now, could part of it also be the mindset that when he comes into Safeco or a park like this, Ken, he knows he's got a little more margin for error because it's harder to hit the ball out. He's unabashedly said, I'm a fly ball pitcher, I'm going to give up home runs. He knows maybe the margin for error at home at Yankee Stadium is less.
It is, and plus the fact the Yankees came in here having won 3 in a row against Cleveland, sweeping the Indians. He wants to keep the line moving. He wants to make sure the Yankees can make it 4 in a row.
Yeah, he's not happy with those last 2 pitches, just breaking balls that weren't even close to the strike zone.
Yeah, his pitch count is getting up there now, 110. And, I think the first sign of trouble from this point on, Joe Girardi's got 2 pitchers ready to go in the bullpen.
And leadoff walk. So Hughes went all the way to 3-2. Let Shoppach get away. That'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop Brendan Ryan.
Yeah, Joe checking on the progress, see if anybody's ready out there. Not quite ready to make the move. Wait a minute. Here he comes.
I mentioned he's a switch hitter. He's a right-handed hitter. That is Franklin that is the switch hitter. But you're already going to make the move to the mound, and you can see even Hughes not happy with that. At pitch 111 after the leadoff walk, and he's going to the right-hander Claiborne. Hughes has got to feel good, as you mentioned, Kenny, what he's done tonight. Just the 3 hits allowed. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Thanks, Mom.
Have fun.
You too.
You know, I still can't get that one house out of my mind.
Yeah, but what about the modern one?
The My New Home app from Chase keeps your entire home buying experience at your fingertips.
We did both like the Colonial.
Carry and compare pictures of your favorite houses, calculate monthly payments with a competitive rate, and contact your Chase mortgage banker at any time for help along the way. The My New Home app from Chase, so you can.
With a new Lincoln, obsession comes standard.
Let's do this! Ready to hit him straight? Gonna let me in? Got your croissant.
Discover what makes a Lincoln during the Lincoln sales event. Get exceptional offers on the 2013 Lincoln MKX and your first month's payment, compliments of the Lincoln Motor Company.
Well, Sunday night, don't miss a new WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show as the skipper talks about this tough West Coast road trip and gives the latest injury updates. It's a new Joe Girardi Show Sunday at 8 only on Yes. So Phil Hughes out of the game here, 7+ innings. Leadoff walk to Kelly Shopik here in the 8th. One of just 2 walks, 3 hits allowed. He struck out 7 Mariners along the way. And now Preston Claiborne takes over. First hitter he's facing, Brendan Ryan.
Yeah, Claiborne's been quite a find for the Yankees out of the bullpen. Impressed the Yankees coaching staff in spring training. Ability to throw strikes. The next batter he walks in the big leagues will be his first. He hasn't walked anybody since he's been here.
Well, that's what you want out of the pen. Young guy throwing strikes.
Look out. Man. Brendan Ryan would appreciate a strike.
He's going to take his time getting up after that one. Wow, that's a little bit of a wake-up call.
Well, was it Jimi Hendrix who said years ago, "Let me stand next to your fire"? Jeez. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix, a native of Seattle. Don't want to get that close to the fire.
Twelfth game of the season for Preston Claiborne. You see the ERA, .55, and he struck out 13 in 16 1/3. As Kenny said, big donut in the walks column. And he's ahead here on Ryan, 1 and 2. Little heat inside, 2 and 2.
He's already seen that.
So he's had it up by the chin and by the kneecaps.
I shouldn't laugh. That's not fun when somebody comes that close.
Well, it's more fun for you to watch now than when you were playing.
Yes.
And you were the guy in the batter's box. Chopper to short. Next to Cano for 1. Bare hands on to first. They'll just get the lead out.
Yeah, Ryan has good speed. Ball was not hit hard enough to turn to, but Cano made it interesting nonetheless. Yeah, high chopper. That's going to give Ryan a chance to get down the first base line. There's the flip, bare hand. He's amazing. Robinson Cano. Yeah, man can juggle.
Just speed up the process a little bit. Forego the glove. Throw on to first. So back to the top of the order, Jason Bay. And Claiborne misses low, 1-0.
Mariners have had 5 base runners in this game, 3 singles and 2 walks. In yesterday's game, and we mentioned how amazing that game was, in which the Mariners played 5 hours and 42 minutes. They hit into 6 double plays, and that helped prolong the game. 4 conventionals and 2 runners tagging up trying to advance were thrown out.
Hot shot to third, right through the wickets of Kevin Youkilis, and Brendan Ryan grounding. Takes a big turn at second, but he'll hold up. So a 1-out single, first and second for the Mariners.
They are actually going to call this an error.
Wow, really?
Hot shot right through the legs of Youkilis. And you know what I think, if you ask Kevin, he said, yeah, I should get one. I don't know if the ball hit the lip of the grass and stayed down. Maybe he was expecting a higher hop, but anytime ball goes through your legs, they're usually going to call it an error. As they like to say, this is a big league. You got to make that play.
Well, Joe Girardi will go to the bullpen again, so we'll take a break and come back right after this.
It's got performance performance with efficiency. It's got all you want in a car as alive as you are. Introducing the supercharged V6 and turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that gets 30 miles per gallon highway from Jaguar. At last, you can roar responsibly. Jaguar.
For great offers, visit your tri-state area Jaguar retailer today.
Both Maxwell and Ted have hail damage to their cars. Ted is trying to get a hold of his insurance agent. Maxwell is not. He's on Geico.com setting up an appointment with an adjuster. Ted is now on hold with his insurance company. Maxwell is not and just confirmed a 5:30 time for Tuesday. Ted is still waiting.
Yes.
Maxwell is out and about with Ted's now ex-girlfriend.
Later, Ted! Online claims appointments just a click away on Geico.com.
Around here, you could pass 1,000 coffee shops before you hit a gas station. So it pays to have a car like Ford Fusion. With an available EcoBoost engine that has an EPA estimated rating of up to 33 highway MPG and power to spare. All at a price that won't keep you up at night. Yeah, we're with you. Now get a Ford Fusion for just $169 a month, only from your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Well, Friday night, the Yankees and Mariners battle in Game 2 of this 4-game set here at Safeco. Coverage starts at 9 o'clock with Audi batting practice today, followed by the Tri-State Ford pregame, only on Yes. Yanks are up 6-0 in the series opener here in Seattle, with the Mariners threatening now. Runners at first and second and 1 out, and Boone Logan is the new pitcher, 25th appearance of the season. He's worked 16 innings, given up 15 hits, and struck out 21. And look at that strikeout to walk ratio, 21-3.
Situation calls for Boone Logan. A couple left-handed hitters coming up for the Mariners here. Seager followed by Raul Ibanez, the former Yankee.
Seager has one of the 3 hits for the Mariners tonight. That was a single back in the 6th.
And with that hit now, he's hitting 10 straight games. He's been the hottest hitter for the Mariners lately.
So Logan comes in to put out a little fire and try and keep this a scoreless game. Or scoreless for the Mariners, I should say. First pitch outside, misses, 1-0. Six-run third looms large in this game. Blake Bevan came in relief of Aaron Harang and did a nice job quieting the Yankees bats. And here's Logan against left-handers. Lefty's actually hitting .265 against him. So he hasn't neutralized them completely. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
You know, one thing you notice how defensively the infield sets up. Of course, they're playing for the double play. They'd like to get one as David Robertson warms up. But with the Yankees up by 6 runs, the infielders can play back a little bit more. In this instance, you want to make sure of 1 out somewhere in the infield. And Cano a little deeper than he might normally be.
Hot shot to right field. That'll get into the corner. Ichiro will track it down. Ryan will come around to score. Bay advances to third, and Seager has himself a 1-out double as the Mariners get on the board at 6-1.
Yeah, we mentioned he's been the hottest hitter lately for the Mariners. Had that big grand slam in yesterday's 14th inning. And he gets a hit here that's going to put the Mariners on the scoreboard in the 8th inning against the Yankees tonight. Kyle Seager, the second hit of the night, as he wraps a double into the corner and now puts runners at second and third for the Mariners.
And now Raul Ibanez. Ibanez, we know, has power to go deep. He's lifted 2 fly balls to the outfield and popped to short. That was into shallow left field. He was going for it all there.
That's Logan's best fastball of the inning.
His 12th home run of the season for Ibanez, or bust on that swing. 1-1. He couldn't get his bat out of the way. Foul ball, 1-2.
Remember talking to Raul last year, and we also said tonight that this is his 3rd time playing for the Mariners. That he and his family really like Seattle. In fact, even though he was living in Pennsylvania because he had played for the Phillies, he mentioned that when he's through playing, he thinks his family wants to relocate and live here in Seattle.
Nice stop there by Romine with runners at second and third. Jason Bays on third and Kyle Seager at second base.
Good stop by Romine as the ball comes up off the chest protector, keeps the ball right in front of him with runners at second and third. You can see Ibanez saying, fellas, hold your spots.
And the 2-2. Ibanez looks at ball 3. Joe Girardi would like to see the damage kept to a minimum here. Kendrys Morales, who's hitting .307 on the season, is on deck.
Morales is a switch hitter. He's had 1 hit tonight batting left-handed. Joe Girardi might want to see what he can do from the right side of the plate. Or maybe not. He's hitting .368 right-handed.
David Robertson up in the bullpen. Could see him. And Ibanez swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Boone Logan.
96 miles an hour.
And now Larry Rothschild will make his way to the mound.
Some rarefied cheddar cheese right there. Swing and a miss.
Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Oh, Morales switch hitter. It looks like they're going to stay with Boone Logan.
Is this a conversation maybe about pitching carefully because they've got Michael Morse on deck and he struck out 3 times?
He has, but at this point you want to keep his. You've got to pitch to Morales. You don't want Morris up there with